All right, Cole.
Yeah, just unwrap my Don's Unplugged mug.
Oh, the one that you got delivered. I couldn't comment.
Oh.
I don't know what you are talking. But you like my Irish one, by the way. Look at that.
There we go. There
Okay.
Get him.
Not bad, is it? Not bad. Well, would we be as sophisticated as being able to just go like that and then I don't know. Maybe you can see them down there, Cole.
Show everybody your t-shirt.
I'll move it to the side so you can see the t-shirt. But yeah, there you go. I've got my Don's Unplugged Irish Don's t-shirt. Look at that. Quality, right? Quality.
And there's me
just going.
I'm just wearing the club merch. That's all.
Well, we're split, Cole. We're split in terms of that. We have got some new merch. So I mean, if it's something you're interested in, it's good night from him. You're interested. We now got the two Donnies t-shirt. There you go. Or I have upgraded the women's range. We've got women's t-shirts as well. We've got the Don's Unplugged logo. The reason I put that one up is just to show you, Cole. So we'll get into some of the good evenings in a minute, by the way. But there you go. That's the new Don's Unplugged branded t-shirt. Not bad. It may or may not be going to Germany with me. That's all I can say.
We should have a little beer mug in the corner of the screen that we're advertising.
Absolutely. By the way, there's the new women's one. So there you go. Yeah. Take a look. Have a scan. Whatever you want to do.
I think Sheila would look good in that.
Well, who's to say, Cole? Maybe we don't get Sheila on the on one of the t-shirts. Like literally a handwritten drawing that you've made, and I can put it on a t-shirt that Sheila can have, and we'll give her that one free of charge. There you go. Job done. See, Sheila, he does care. He does care. It takes his time, but he does care. There we go. I was indulging in some fudge, by the way, before the show.
Very nice.
It's not very nice, Cole. I've bought 2 boxes of fudge and it cost me nearly on 40 quid because it's all artisan, but it was bloody nice.
Sponsored by
other brands are available. Speaking of sponsors, thank you as always to our reputable brand, the Casbah, doing all he does to support us for yet another season of Don's Unplugged. So
we've had a couple of cheeky visits over there, haven't we? Midweek.
We have.
To feed our cheeseburger fix.
Yeah, we have. I say we went to see Sam, his lovely lady. She was working with him a few weeks ago, and then we saw Ellie and the team the week before. So yeah, it's been nice to him on the old industrial estate. But
and we gave them their new t-shirts, didn't we?
We did, and
hopefully they'll be wearing those on Saturday.
They are some exclusives. The range on the shop, but obviously there are some exclusives. But as I say, scan yourself on the shop. There are a few new things. There will be hoodies as well coming later tonight. I just need to go and upload them onto the system. But yeah, we are good to go, Cole. And I will say, before we get into our good evenings and what's going on tonight, massive thank you to the 10 people who've already bought shirts. Back to 10 of them. And say we only earn about £1 out of every sale.
8 of them were me, weren't they?
Yeah, very funny. But what we're trying to do is make ourselves self-sufficient. So if we do over the time sell a chunk,
we get a sponsorship. Yeah, so we're grateful for that. But we
100%.
would like to sort of fund it a bit more ourselves, wouldn't we?
We would.
But it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap, is it?
It's not, and it gets dearer by the year, to be fair. But we do this out of love and out of our own pockets. Also with a lot of love from Kaz and the team as well.
Indeed.
Speaking of which, before we finish on the merchandise front, I will say, because we had a fan mail. We had a fan mail from one of our esteemed watchers who bought one of our t-shirts, who wanted me to show it live on the show, Cole. So I'm going to share the screen. It's none other than Arthur with the cowshed on his t-shirt. Bomber Harris in his t-shirt, loving life. Arthur, it looks brilliant. We absolutely love it. Thank you so much for sharing. We enjoy that. It's brilliant. Absolutely love it. And thank you to yourself, good sir, for taking the time to back us and support us. We appreciate it as well.
Thanks,
I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, nice chat with Arthur recently, and it was really nice to chat to him. And I'm glad he loved his t-shirt as well. It was always good. Anyway, on with the show. We've got a cram-packed agenda because tonight is the first time we've been live on air for the beginning of this campaign. The week before was a pre-run. It was almost the side show to the curtain call with the cup. Last week was the first, well, the last weekend even was the first game of the season. Hell of a game, Cole. So we've got lots to talk about on that front.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got
Sounds good.
Yeah, exactly right. We've got Luke with his Oxford review. So he's going to talk all things of the Oxford game and the preview and obviously the Huddersfield game. We've got Team Talk with Ryan and Callum. Although for the eagle-eyed viewers of you out there, you might see it just says Ryan and Chris. We are working on that. And as I say,
it's not easy to change
it's not
the credits.
No, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time due to some of our technical IT gurus. Well,
Me.
The shirt sales are helping us with all of those credits. And
I did come up with a brilliant idea, and then all of a sudden, I got done by copyright. So,
hey ho, it happens, mate.
Yeah,
It happens.
So I got to be careful. Right,
absolutely. But yeah, so we've got that. We've got our farewell to Liam Kelly and Will Collar. So again, it's a love letter, mainly from Colin and myself to mainly Liam. I know Albie was watching, and Albie was devastated that Liam's left. He's not quite over it, so I know when he's watching, maybe he can pen a love letter during the show to Mr. Kelly as well. He'd appreciate it. But again, I will say he does reply on Instagram, and it was really nice to get some feedback from him. So we'll talk about that a bit later. We've also got West Stand sponsorship. So the stands are starting to be sponsored. And we've got a roll call with Daimler Trucks for the West Stand. So we will talk a little bit more about that. View from the other side, as always on any Dons Unplugged, where would you be unless we had someone from the other side to talk all things Huddersfield this week? And then from the And He Takes That Chance podcast, it is none other than Cozy from Huddersfield. So we're looking forward to having Cozy on the show a little later on. New to the show, obviously. It's been a while since we played Huddersfield, Cole. A very long time, I think, from memory.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So we're looking forward to it.
Somebody tell us who's watching the last time we played Huddersfield.
Yeah, Ash will know this. Let us know.
Ash will know.
Excuse me.
Know. Or James.
Terrible cold tonight. James will know. Yeah, James, our stats guru. And we're going to talk about match predictions and who's leading the league table of match predictions currently.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk.
Well, some of us do, Cole. Some of us don't. But let's forget it's across the season.
Somebody on that front. Somebody suggested whoever loses does a forfeit.
Okay. What's the forfeit?
No, well, Danny Carroll suggested.
Oh, here we go. God help us.
Yeah. Yeah. Suggested that
I'm not wearing an AFC shirt.
Oh right. Okay. Well, that's it then.
Not happening. Never happening.
Got to wear an AFC shirt at the last home game.
Never happening.
Okay.
I wear the Northampton one, but I wouldn't wear AFC.
There you go. Bloody hell, that is. They're a poor side, Northampton.
They are.
Bloody hell. They lost to an under-21 side last night.
Dreadful, wasn't it?
Anyway, go for the roll call. I like a good roll call.
The first up is Karen. She says, evening all. Evening, Karen. Hope you're well. Thank you, as always, for joining us. We appreciate you. We've got Jamie as well. Jamie says, good evening, Dons. Shame not to have won against Oxford, but promising signs roll on Huddersfield. Yeah, it was, Jamie, absolutely. We'll be talking a little bit more about that a bit later in the show. But yeah, 100%. It was, I really enjoyed it, to be honest. I was knackered by the end of it. Stephen says, evening, legend. Stephen, evening to your good self. Thank you, sir, for joining us as always. Stephen. We appreciate it. Another Wednesday with Dons Unplugged. Good evening, everyone, and looking forward to Saturday, says Sheila. So, Sheila, I'm going to take this down because just for you, no Sheila, no show. Get that party started. Thank you, Cole. Who said we don't have appreciation royalty? Going both ways. Going both ways in this show. So it's all good. It's all good. We've also got the at Preston Sanders who says, evening, guys. Evening to yourself, good sir. Hope you're well. We've got Luca. Luca's obviously on the wrong channel tonight. He says Luca talks Arsenal. You want to change that to Don's, Luca.
Is that Luca?
That Luca. I tease, of course, but evening, Luca. Hope you're well. Huddersfield hard. He says, I go 2-1 MK Don. So we'll come on to predictions a bit later, Luca. Absolutely. But yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate you, as always. Harry has joined us. Harry says, good evening, legends. Good evening to yourself.
Harry.
It's a namaste. Is that one? Good evening.
Cheers.
Evening, gents, from Josh. Evening to your good self, sir. And I hope you're well, Josh. And I did see the news of the recent Scotland manager change at national level, and I did think of your good self. So I'd love to know your thoughts on the new manager if you got the chance to.
Who is it?
I forget his name. It's really bad. He was he's played for a manager for a Belgian side that's gone out of my head completely. Youngish.
Tell us who.
Yeah, youngish guy. I forget his name, but yeah.
Tell us who it is, Josh. Tell it who it is, Josh.
Yeah, it's completely escaped my head right now, but it was Belgian.
Aha!
Side,
It's Croatian Clulo.
Mr. Grant Kulo, absolutely. But Grant, hope you're well. And Colin is very much looking forward to seeing you at Stadium MK this Saturday.
I
Also,
am. I still don't know.
We don't give away key secrets on this show.
It's Kerry Ann.
It is Kerry Ann. Kerry Ann, good evening. Hope you're well. There you go. Jazz hands as well. Thanks for joining as always. We appreciate you. Russ, the other side of the Fortune household, says, evening all, apparent.
Apparent what?
There we go. Even to yourself, Russ, and thanks for joining. Daniel says, good evening, you legends, and Aidan and Colin. There you go.
Evening, Danny.
All three of us. Good evening to yourself as well, my friend. Hope you're well. Matt, evening, chaps. Hope you're doing better than I am. Reebok watched my club shop order last week. £120 down the drain on an unavailable goalie shirt and a damaged on arrival third kit not happening. Oh dear. Oh dear, Matt. You have to let us know a bit more about that. I know I think I got some of the goalkeeper tops myself, and I had to go in the shop to get them. I think some of them are online exclusive somewhere. But yeah, speak to Liam in the shop. Speak to Liam in the shop if you haven't already.
Speak to Aidan. He'll get anything.
I wouldn't say to get anything, but I can have a chat. That's for sure. I'm really sorry to hear that, Matt. That's not very nice, especially with the money. So yeah, let us know offline if you want what happened. And so we can always have a chat to the club for you, see what we can sort out if we can do at least. Evening all. Apparently it rained today and I missed it. So there you go. That was the
where we are.
It was raining all night. I was out last night. I literally stood in it like I was doing some sort of spiritual dance. It was so hot. It was great to see it. It was really coming down in Wellingborough. So yeah, really, really good. But yeah, it was nice, Ross. It was nice. Enjoy it. Frame it because it probably won't happen again for a few weeks. Colin says, evening, Colin. Hope you're well and good to see you at Oxford.
Only the best people are called Colin. You know that.
Well, absolutely. Goes without saying, right, doesn't it? There we go. Harry's joined us as well. Harry, good evening to you. He says, hi, guys. We were better than I expected. We showed intent and a physical edge. Think most games are going to be cup tie energy, which will make them entertaining. Thankfully, we left the lottery of League Two. Yeah. I'd be honest with you, Harry, I thought we'd do all right. I know I predicted a draw. I just felt every time new season, there's always a bit of nerves each end. And I hoped we were going to get the win. And it was a bit of a sucker punch, really, at the death. And I kind of felt the ref was playing to wait for them to score. And yeah, I'm getting quite frustrated. So yeah, it was a bit of a sucker punch. But overall, I mean, again, I thought we played really well, like you say. I was quite excited too. So hopefully, onwards and upwards, my friend, especially against Huddersfield, which will be another tough test this season, that's for sure. But thank you, John Harry. Ollie says, oi, legends, Wednesday is just getting started. He's obviously been asleep till 7 o'clock, bless you. Bring on Saturday. This season, to me, is going to be a very special. How we do in MK Legends. We're doing fine, Ollie, and thank you, as always, for your messages of support offline. We appreciate you. I appreciate you, mate.
Oi.
And yeah, looking forward to seeing you, mate, soon as well. Yeah. But I hope it's going to be a very special season. I said second this season. People can laugh at me. I've just got that feeling. Don't know why. Ash, I said, evening, legend, and Colin. Always a pleasure, Ash. Always a pleasure. Not the start I think everyone was expecting. Shame we threw the game away in the end, but at least we didn't lose like that pub team. Indeed.
That's very true.
Funnily enough, there's somewhere down the table I haven't seen. I looked so far down that it's just a black hole abyss at the bottom. But I've got a feeling, Ash, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that they will be in that bottom four for the whole season.
Yeah.
Be interested to see what rolls out. Yeah. Russ says Scott Twine could be available from Bristol City. He'd be a great. So yeah, he would, Russ. He would. Absolutely.
We did hear a rumor they were signing somebody on this afternoon, but
tonight, yeah, apparently.
Tonight.
Nothing's come up yet.
They got the kit out of the shop for the photo call.
Yep.
And that's as much as we know.
So maybe it's
we don't really know why it hasn't been announced. So it might be tomorrow now. You never know. Could be
or
tonight,
as,
I don't know.
As Southampton would say.
Could be live on air.
Yep. Or as Southampton would say, watch this space. Sorry. Was that spying?
Neil Lark could come on here live and announce it any minute.
He could do. Unlikely. But yeah, no, go back to Scott Twine, Russ. I think, yeah, it'd be great. I would love to see it, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what rolls out with that. I think, if anything, he'll probably stay in the Championship, but I'd love to see it. If we could, be brilliant, wouldn't it? Can you imagine him on one wing, Mendes on the other? It'd be incredible. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Who knows? It's a roller coaster with the transfer.
We might even score from a long range free kick if we get him back.
Absolutely, and there's always a twist and a turn and a surprise in the transfer window, Cole. There's always a big surprise. Evening, Don, says Kane.
Did he just wink
yourself,
at
Kane,
the
hope
camera?
you're well. What was that?
Did you just
Terrible
wink at the camera?
Yeah, terrible stigmatism. I'll leave it there. Matt said, therefore, seeing the team and Craig Mack wearing the shirt that Reebok watched.
Poor old Matt.
Paining me to read this,
Poor
man. I'm sorry. He's a lovely guy, is our Matt. And I will say, by the way, Matt and I had a bit of business offline, and I managed to acquire the green T-shirt, the green goalie kit top from Matt that I've been desperate to get hold of last season, and I couldn't get it. So, Matt, I thank you for selling me that shirt because I was over the moon with that, and I'm really sorry to hear the stuff that you're having to deal with here. He said the late equaliser also sent me over the edge. I can't lie. It was frustrating, Matt. It was frustrating. I felt that we had that third goal opportunity. I don't want to get into it too much because we get into it later in the show, but yeah, there were chances to put it away. And again, first game of the season, first game nerves, right? It happens. I always feel like the first game is always a draw in my head, more often than not.
It has been for a little while, hasn't it?
Yeah, but look, I take a lot of heart from it. And I think this weekend.
Well, we'll talk about that because I'm going to ask you whether you think we did enough to win it or not. But
we'll talk about that in the next section.
Yeah.
So he wears a medium.
Yeah. Do you understand that?
I do.
Yeah. The shirts they got out of the shop were medium.
So he wears a medium. Yeah, exactly that. I mean, you could say that Danny, see, I told you it purple. We actually said in the shop because Liam went bright red. He goes, how far ago did you know it was purple and gold to Colin and I? And we said about 2 days after the season ended.
About 2 days after you knew.
Yeah, about that.
Because he said, when I said to him, it's not purple, is it? He nearly passed out, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? But no, absolutely. And Danny, you need to change your name.
I'm sorry.
You need to change your name, Danny, on here, because if we do have the player release a thing tonight, maybe tomorrow, should be Danny is a medium. There you go. But Danny, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining as always, my friend, and thank you for the messages today as well. Much appreciated. Luke has joined us as well. He says, good evening all. Hope everyone is well. And good evening to you, Luke. Hope you're well. And as always, thank you for jumping on the show. We have got from Ireland, the mighty Emerald, Mr. Mick Dore. And
I can't reach it. It's up there, Mike. It's up there. My Irish hat's up there.
What do you mean you're Irish? You just can't get, honestly, Mick, you can't get the staff these days. You really can't, mate. But I mean, if Mick's on, you know what that means, Cole, don't you? It means we've got a special guest watching as well.
You got to wear that bloody Irish hat, haven't you?
It means we've got a special guest, young Sean. And evening, Sean. Hope you're well, buddy. And hope Dad and the family are well. I'm wearing this just for you guys. There you go, Mick. So
this show is going downhill.
Not at all. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't got a range of Irish hats that are loud and out there. Maybe I'll wear this. Thank you, Mick, by the way, for this hat. I really like it. It's really good fun. But yeah, evening to your good self, Mick. Evening to yourself, Sean and Liam and Amy as well. I hope you're all doing well over in Kilkenny. And Kilkenny, interestingly, whilst we're on the show, League of Ireland has changed. There's lots of new teams joining. This season is about 4 games. There's a bit of a trial, but Kilkenny have got their own team. Loads more teams coming into League of Ireland. So it should be quite exciting, potentially. And who knows, maybe there'll be a few more transfers from that way coming over to the Dons at some point. There we shall see. Anyway, thanks for joining, Mick, as always. Danny said, see, I told you, Mick Purple. I'm going to keep saying that. Can you fit a Caribbean stallion in that mug? Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah. I haven't had a Caribbean stallion. They're actually called Funky Monkeys, but Danny likes
your ones. Was it tell everyone what it is, Cole, to remind those of the undoctrinated or
what Funky Monkey.
Yeah, what is your drink of choice, and what is it? What is the ingredients for the aforementioned drink?
It ain't hard. 4 bananas.
4?
3 or 4. I prefer 4. Really, put in a liquidizer, crushed ice, 2 large scoops of ice cream, and as much Malibu as you can take, and then garnish it with a little bit of brown sugar.
Garnish.
Who says that we aren't? It floats on top. But as much Malibu as you can handle. They're beautiful. Beautiful.
I thought you put hops, iron, leave it to brew using the standard process in Ireland.
No.
bit of cream at the top. You can get this cracking. Yeah.
We've got to stop this product placement. It's getting out of hand.
Do you know what? Funny I did this. Funny I did. Do you know why, Cole? Maybe it was a joke, but no, in all seriousness, I can announce to you that we have Don's Unplugged Guinness branded glasses on their way. Not only the club that can get licensed by Guinness, took me a while, but we've got Don's Unplugged Guinness mugs, and
I'm going to
Guinness
get Greg's Jam Donuts with the Don's Unplugged logo on them.
Do it, ask them. Why not? But anyway, so yeah, we're going to have a few of the Guinness glasses to give away. We're not going to spend out on those, but we're going to get a few and then give them away.
Okay.
There's a few freebies, but yeah, I'm really pleased, and thank you to the Guinness team for allowing us
to
do
that. I'm liking those t-shirts.
I'm liking us, Sheila. There are a lot more to come. I have spent hours on online trying to get it up and running, designs as well. But I will say, look, anyone out there, any thoughts on the design you'd like to see, let us know, and we can put it in. Colin and I,
and if you buy one, come and see us. We'd love to see you wearing them.
Yeah, or send us a photo like Arthur.
Send us a photo like Arthur did, yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, there's a few more designs coming. I won't give it away. Colin had some great ideas that we're going to put on a few t-shirts in the coming week or so as well, which made me chuckle. But a team of something. Anyway, but we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Josh said, evening.
Not a team of Lewitons, but a team of something else.
Absolutely. Josh said, evening, gents. Just about got over the nut punch of the 25th minute equaliser. Still a lot of positives to go into season. Yeah, absolutely, Josh. And it was
we were 2 divisions apart last season, Josh. So, I don't think that was a bad result. I would have preferred to have won it, but I don't think it was a bad result.
I don't think it was a bad result, but yeah, it's the way. It was the way it went in. And I'll be honest, Josh, and we'll go on to it, but I still stand by that referee was questionable. Let's put it that way.
But it was in time. It was in time. It was. Evening, Dale. Evening, Dale.
To Dale as well. Evening, Dale. Thank you for joining.
Evening, Dale.
I'll be as depressed as Matt is about his shirts. And of course, Colin is wearing my damaged purple one.
No, nothing wrong with this, Matt.
Maybe I should put it in order for Don's Unplugged t-shirt instead when I get paid tomorrow, as I'm sure your guys won't let me down. We will do our best not to let you down. We have, if you do buy anything, we've researched thoroughly the companies that we wanted to put our site on. It is a British company, so it's all based in the UK.
I've got a player on the back of mine.
You have? I mean, you could turn around, but we just see the back of your chair.
Number 9.
Number 9. Same as me, funnily enough. And we're both in the shop when it happened.
Number 9.
It's like Mumbo number 5, but number 9. There we go. But yeah, again, Matt, it is dreadful. I mean, just out of interest, Matt, was that in store? What happened, mate? Let us know. We'd love to hear a bit more about that. But yeah, let the club know. I can speak to you offline about the best people to talk to about that.
Could somebody scan that QR code, please?
7 people have done, Cole. I'm leaving it up there so far. People wanted to look at it. I've had some comments.
Scan it. I want to see somebody scan the QR code. Come on,
someone scan it to amuse Colin so it flashes up at the top.
I like it because it comes up on the top of the screen.
It excites
somebody
you,
has scanned the QR code. So come on.
We've got tote bags. Did I tell you we've got tote bags?
3 rubbish.
There we go. But you can go to product specifics. You got
somebody do it. Donnies. Come on, scan it.
You've got the ladies' new t-shirt.
Sheila, scan that. Scan it, Sheila. Come on.
You've got the mugs. There you go. Someone has scanned the QR. Thank you to whoever scanned that.
Whoever scanned it, thank you very much. That's made my night. Hello, people of the Dons world. Good evening, Hamid.
Yeah, evening to yourself, Hamid. Hope you're well, and thank you for joining. Sorry about that, because Colin was getting very excited about the
excited because somebody scanned the QR code.
We appreciate it. Evening, Jez. Come on, you Dons, from Alan. Alan, all the way over in Emerald Isle as well, somewhere near Dublin, I believe.
Cheers, Alan.
Alan, good to have you on the show. Thank you, mate, and I hope you're doing well as well, my friend, and drinking plenty of Murphys to keep the side balanced with the Guinness from the other side of Dublin with Don, that's for sure. Colin has recently come into money, I hear. I'll leave it there, Cole.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm saying nothing.
I'm saying nothing. I'm going to be
MKFC
very shortly.
Indeed. Wish the club would get a second coach on the go for Wigan away. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's an interesting one, isn't it? I know they have to do it by quotas and things like that. So I guess if the interest is there's enough people, they may be able to do that. But yeah, I mean,
there's
again,
a waiting list. I think
there is a waiting list. There usually is. I mean,
more
failing
viewers
that, I
have
don't
now
know.
scanned the QR code. Come on,
They have.
keep scanning
You've
that
set
QR
people
code.
off. You've set people off. The curiosity is never ending. Luke he, says 23rd of
the
February,
last time
2016.
we played
Yeah,
Huddersfield?
I knew it was a
Is
while
that what
back.
you're saying, Luke?
So yeah, over 10 years. Over 10 years. There you go.
Bloody hell!
I had hair back then, Cole.
Yeah.
That's how far ago it was. But there we go. Lewis, even to yourself, he said Huddersfield in the playoffs years ago when yes, it was. Alan Smith had a scrap.
I was there that night. It was bloody chaos.
Yeah, what a shit night it was indeed, Lewis. Yeah, still remember that. To be fair,
we screwed it up at Stadium MK, didn't we?
Yeah, big time.
Left ourselves too much to do.
It was me, AFC Wimbledon at Bradford. There we go. Say no more. Say no more. Matt, I've come down with something too, Aiden. It must be something to do with doctor. Yeah, you know what? I've had this really horrible chesty cough. It's been really bad. I get a terrible headache at the moment as well, but pushing through.
I had a lovely hypo this morning. I'm diabetic, if you didn't know. Yeah, unbelievable at times. I know the amount of donuts I've got, but I had a bit of a hypo. Didn't feel brilliant. So, but I'm all right now.
That's the main thing. We pushed through. Pete says,
exactly,
"Hi guys,
Pete.
Where's Maxine? Well, where's Maxine? Indeed. All I can say, without saying too much, is there have been discussions. Whether those discussions end up with him coming here is a different story. I know there's a lot of interest at the moment. Several clubs in the Championship, which have been unnamed, also interested. It's going to be tough if we did.
We could afford him. They can't.
Who knows, Cole? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see it, but again, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We can't get too wrapped up in it. But him and Scott Twine, Pete, I think it would make my year, to be quite honest. Excuse me.
Where's this maverick player they were talking about?
Well, apparently in the building, supposed to be released as a sign-in tonight. But what do we know?
Hi, Jordan.
Evening to yourself, Jordan. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining, my friend. Dell says, anyone heard from Hogan? I have going to see a psychic medium soon. The psychic medium said that he's doing okay after his WWE career and obviously passing on. But I presume that's who you talk about, Hulk Hogan. Obviously, there's no other Hogan I know who is worth noting. But yeah, in all seriousness, he was on trial.
This show getting worse.
Yeah, he was on trial. Fortunately, for not against crimes against football, but at Wigan. So I don't know how far he's gone there, Dell, but that was the last I heard of it. Anyway, he was on trial over there, so I haven't seen him in the squad, so I don't think he made the grade.
Cheers, Ash.
Ash, thank you. Appreciate that as well for the update for the last time we played when we were in the Championship. Quite right.
Here's a stat for you.
Go on, go for it.
Huddersfield have never lost at Stadium MK.
Well, hopefully that changes on the weekend, Cole. Thanks for that positive bit of news.
The name of it. Read that out.
I've understood the name for the Huddersfield podcast. I think if I'm right, I believe it's from the commentary from when they got promoted to the Premier League. That is right, Matt. That's absolutely right. That's what I thought it was anyway. But we can ask Cozy when he comes on. I think that's right. There you go. Try saying that when you're drunk.
No.
Belgian coach. Is it
Pocanogli?
Pocanogli. I can't even say
it.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on it, Josh? What's your thoughts on him?
Well, that's going to screw those up north of the border trying to say that.
It's definitely like McTavish or,
Yeah, we've already seen that one. We've already seen that comment.
Come up twice. There we go. I'm relatively happy. I'm pleased that we finally hired a pragmatic young coach. Yeah, I mean, the same, mate. You've got a good squad in Scotland, I think. New manager might do some business, do something for you and get the business happening a bit more. Feel for you, mate, as I say, for Scotland not qualifying out the group stages. I kind of felt you had it in the World Cup, but case right, mate. Hopefully onwards and upwards for you and your team. I say it'd be nice to see Ireland there. I'm sure Mick and Alan will agree. But the Euros are coming up, so who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Excuse me. Danny says, can I say that crowd was bouncing Saturday? Awesome turning. It was, Danny. It was really nicely packed out, sold out, to the point where there was a lot of fans standing on the stairs because they couldn't see any seats to go and sit in. It's been a while since we've seen that. And I mean, again, the funny thing, all the meltdown.
I can see us getting some really big crowds away from home.
I can. This season, definitely. But the meltdown online, like I say, people can't cope with it. We've got no fans, and then we have got fans, but the reason they turned up is because it's only down the road, and they probably support Arsenal. Do you know what? Rent free, everyone. Rent free. Let's hope it continues. Let's carry on and more people.
They're getting desperate.
Do you know what? Let them get bothered by it, Carl. We'll just deal with what the results are on the pitch and backing the boys. That's all we can do.
Harry, yes.
Was it just me, or did you guys think that the third kit the players were in looked very different to the pics advertised online? Yes.
Down here, it was a lot darker, wasn't it?
Yep.
You can't see, but down there.
Anyone would think, Cole, that maybe it was a first team kit that was done a while back, had second thoughts, and they changed it to a third kit and put the white kit in because the shorts don't. I don't know. That's the rumours. People make of it what you will.
Speculation.
Speculation. It's not for us to confirm or deny, but there is a lot of talk about maybe it was a kit.
But they do look different. You're right.
That said, I have to say I do really like the kits this season. I really, really do. And again, thanks to Liam and everyone in the shop and the efforts they go.
Apparently, this one is selling better than any other one.
I'm not surprised.
The purple one is selling better than the white one or the black and red one. So
yeah, no, like I said, look, Liam and the team did a cracking job. I think the last season was brilliant with the stock we had. I think this season the quality's gone up a step even higher. To be fair, I think it's been really good. I will say and remind everyone, if you do have your shirts, speaking to Liam and Bob and the team in the store, if you want the City of Culture Milton Keynes, you can go in. If you've already bought the shirt, they'll do that free of charge as a print. Now, what I will say on that is it's not the official sponsor. However, far be it from me to say, but if you get that printed and there's a new sponsor and years to come down the line, there's sponsored shirts, there's unsponsored shirts, maybe it becomes a very rare shirt because you've only had it done.
Or the blank shirt.
Well, who knows? But I think it'll be the rarest. The rarest of the three, probably me, will be the City of Culture if you've asked that.
Yeah, probably. That could be a very rare edition.
Indeed. So, just a thought, everyone. If you want to get it done, get yourself down the shop and ask it to be printed.
Yeah.
Arthur says, "Hi lads, Bomber Harris here. Chocks away. Evening, Arthur. Hope you saw your photo we put up at the start of the show.
Yeah, we put your photograph up at the start, Arthur. If you missed it, you'll have to rewind.
Yeah, or we'll put it on a bit later again. Why not?
Or watch it on catch up.
Exactly right. Just like iPlayer.
ITVX is on and BBC iPlayer.
Yeah, other services are available. There we go. Anyway, Ryan's joined us. He said, "Hi guys, hope you're well. I'll see you back at Stadium MK next week." Yeah, Ryan.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and thank you as always for Team Talk with Callum. We appreciate you as well and the effort you put in. Josh said, "I've heard rumblings that signings will be that young lad from Charlton. Can't remember his name. Yeah, I heard that. Although,
is it Fuller?
There is
Fuller.
Yeah, attacking 19-year-old attacking midfielder.
Yeah, winger.
Quite promising apparently.
Something Fuller, I think.
Yeah, maybe something like that. But
the QR code.
They have. There you go. The rumours I've heard, Josh, and again, rumours are rumours. The source will remain nameless to protect the innocent. But I heard that there was a goalkeeper in discussions as well for a backup / challenge for Craig. So that would be quite good to see. That's the one area I'm most nervous of at the moment. So who knows? Danny's got a great idea for a t-shirt. Says Aiden's forfeit. I love Scott Hogan t-shirt. Oh God, maybe Danny, maybe it's not an AFC t-shirt. Who knows? But there's a long season yet. Who knows? You can get it printed up for me if you do, or even get it on a shirt. There you go.
I do apologise. Somebody just sent me an urgent message.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it, Cole. Ashley, on a positive note, my Aka came in at the weekend. Ashley, if it came in on the weekend, not only is that great news for you and well done, but how much? It'd be really good to see how much you got and how much you put into it. But yeah, great to hear. Matt says, if Twine or Max Dean come back, I'm going to get them without hesitation on a hopefully undamaged shirt. Matt, did you buy it in the shop or did you buy it online? Because if you bought it online, you're not the first person to say that there's been problems, and that definitely needs to be fed back to the club. But yeah, that's mad. I mean, love to hear offline. Let us know what happened with it and what's going on. Jamie said, did you see Watford's mascot? Yes, I did, with the goalposts and doing the thing. It was very funny. Over the weekend, the Crawley versus Crewe game couldn't be classified as football. Thank God we've escaped League Two. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was going to say something interesting, probably because it's not quite 10 before the watershed still, isn't it? Max Dean wears a medium, says Colin.
Ooh.
There you go. Maybe Colin is a medium as well. There we go. Gary Don Lively says, evening, Jess. Gary, good evening to yourself. Hope you're well, my friend. Nice to see you.
I'm looking forward to seeing Gary. I saw Gary in the week. Yeah, last week.
Yeah, no, I saw him at Norwich and Oxford. Yeah, it's nice to see him, mate. Nice to see you about, that's for sure.
We saw him in the shop as well.
We did. Yeah, absolutely right. Matt's joined as well. He said, even Jets looking forward to Huddersfield this weekend. I think it's going to be a bit of a belter, Matt. I've got a feeling it's going to be a belter of a game, to be honest. We'll come on to that in a bit. Preston said, how do you know the third kit was purple? I found out when a photographer leaked it accidentally on Instagram. We have sources, not HP or catch-up, but sources within the club that will remain nameless because...
we've known a long while.
We've known a very long while. Templates. Anyway, indeed, yeah, we have sources in the club that we will not give away to protect the innocent, and we don't leak everything online. Obviously, we didn't. We teased it last season, but we would never, in all seriousness, come on here and say something before the club are going to announce it. We don't want to ruin the hype. Absolutely not. We might tease a few things for a bit of a laugh, but we'll never come out and ruin a fanfare. Absolutely not. The club are good to us, and obviously we in turn reciprocate that. Yeah. But we do know.
It would have gone down very well if we'd have let it out, would it?
Yeah, can you imagine that? Yeah, I don't think
we'd ever spoken to us again. We gave
a
few hints.
We did.
I mean, I had a bar of Cadbury's chocolate.
Indeed. It was all good fun. Anyway.
What was that what Gary just said?
I know, sorry, just jumped over. Gary, sorry. It said, can some of the fans with homophobia chants to do with an ex-AFC player and a certain ex-manager totally unacceptable? Yeah, I mean, that's not okay. I'll be honest. Banter's one thing.
Give it up, move on.
It's one of those.
Not you, them. You know, come on.
No, exactly. I mean, again, look, it's going to happen.
It's not relevant. It's not relevant.
No,
not relevant.
I think it's not relevant at all. It's not okay. It's not okay.
Not needed. Not necessary.
And one thing I would say to add to that, Gary, and again, I know he's going to get stick and probably rightly so, but I really can't abide the Russell Martin song either about his mother. I think that's absolutely misogynistic and disgusting. Go? I'm not even going to talk about it, Cole. It's misogynistic. It's disgusting. People have mothers, and I think a little bit more class and respect. We're better than that.
Move on. We're better than that.
Yeah, we are far better than that.
Leave that sort of rubbish to AFC fans.
Exactly. The point well made, Gary. Thank you for that. Jamie says, I do hope it's announced before tomorrow afternoon. I plan to pop into the club shop tomorrow, so it would have been such a shame to get Max Dean or Scott Twy's name on the back of the away shirt. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's a double deal. Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
I went in the shop the other day and I got this purple shirt and I walked up to the cat and I said, what number is Max Dean going to be?
Indeed. Dell says, can you get a T-shirt?
Only if you buy it. Only if you promise to buy it, Dell.
Dell, I can do any T-shirt. So, yeah, I mean, I could do, or we could talk about one of my famous quotes and rants about how Scott Hogan's completely irrelevant. But, yeah, we could, but then I don't want to get done for defamation.
Perhaps we could have Hogan's Heroes. That's for the older ones amongst us.
I'm saying
some of you won't remember that, but there was a TV program called Hogan's Heroes.
There was.
That was back in the 70s or something like that. Most of you weren't born.
Crikey, Cole, you're taking me back now. It's got to be, late 70s, mid 70s?
I don't know.
I mean, you could always do things like... There we go. You see what it says?
A good hiding.
It says you've been given a good hiding with an Australian thing. Yes, maybe we get
that T-shirt. I like it.
I think we get done for that. Well, there we go. Thoughts on Goods tackle that luckily stopped the potential goal as watching on the TV. Clearly wins the ball first as his follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't they give a foul?
I thought they were going to give a foul, but obviously then they scored from, I think, again, and it was Big Marv obviously slipped as well, which didn't help.
I thought Big Marv played well.
I thought he played really well, to be fair, and really stepped up. And that's the thing, right? You get these new players in, and it just
anyway. We got to speed up a bit. Our guest will be here in a minute.
There's plenty of time, Sean. There's plenty of time on the show, Cole. Hamid says, anyone impressed by Collins? Yeah, I love Phil Collins. I think he's got a great repertoire. I'm joking. Yes.
Aaron Collins. I thought you meant me.
Aaron Collins. Absolutely. I was really,
me and Colin Giddings.
Well, Collins, I saw him on the weekend. He was good. He's good to have a chat. But yeah, Hamid, I was really impressed. I mean, again, I think there was definitely 3, possibly 4 headers because there was the goal.
He looked a lot sharper.
He did. There was a goal, one hit the bar, one went wide, and there was another attempt. And I can't remember which one, if it was a header or anyway. But yeah, he caused problems. I actually thought Nombe was pretty live wire. And then obviously with Pato Mendes as well, I thought they all done really well. It's really exciting to see that.
Really? See, I wasn't that impressed with Pato or Mendes.
They're coming back from a bit of a long-term thing, but I thought they did all right, to be fair. I think, you're going to get, you know, a mixture
That's
of
going to divide opinion.
Well, my question to everyone watching tonight is: come the game on the weekend, who are the front two that are starting? Not taking credit for that. Mick and I were talking about it earlier, but I think, I think personally,
Max Dean and Sam Nombe.
Apparently, there you go.
Okie dokie.
Evening to yourself, good sir, as well. Great atmosphere at Oxford. Keep it up, Don's away fans. Yeah, absolutely. It was really, really good. Really, really good. Preston said, rumoured Scott Hogan to Ballers League. I mean, if he does, he does, Preston. But I mean, more like a bollocks league for me. But, you know, there we go. That's another pair of ballers. Stephen said, will Kasuba see red on Saturday? Most likely. Stephen, most likely, if he's playing, seems to be his repertoire, doesn't it? Red card.
£5.
That no, that's it's not. I wish it was. Yeah, hi gentlemen. Bomber Harris here. Chocks away. You know what? Some of these things repeat.
We've had that
it's a strange thing. Yeah, a couple of these keep repeating. I don't know if there's a bit of a glitch in the thing tonight. Blimmin' hot Saturday, Oxford. Yeah, it was, Colin. Although I mean, say it was worse at Norwich, but yeah, hopefully it's not so bad this weekend. That's for sure. Pete says, Aidan Collin, do you know if they do a model of Stadium MK at the club shop? Now they had.
I've got a painting of Stadium MK.
Yeah, they did. I don't know if they've still got it, Pete. I know you can get it online. There's like if you Google Stadium MK, those. People do like the Lego version.
Models like that.
Yeah. They had a Lego version of it. I don't know if it's in the shop or what, but I've seen it somewhere. Google it online. There'll be something there somewhere. It won't be official.
I've got a Milton Keynes Monopoly set. Does that count?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I don't know. Is MK on there? I can't remember if MK's on there. I haven't seen that one for a while, to be fair. Danny says it's lucky we excuse me. We're rent free because a certain pub team couldn't afford to pay.
Yeah, did you see that AFC were going to open a bar to watch the away game?
Yeah, and they closed it down.
And they closed it down because there was so few people took it up.
I wouldn't waste your airtime on them, Cole.
No, okay.
To be honest. Anyway, it says, is the city of Cole printed? No, it's not, Jamie, but that's what I'm saying. If you've got a shirt already,
or you want it on, they'll put it on.
Yeah, or if you better buy it, you can ask them to do it and they will do it free of charge for you, which is really good to see. So, yeah, just wanted to let everyone know about. If you've already got one, you can go back in. They'll do on any of the shirts for you. Better to have been a keeper shirt. They were preparing for the signings. Well, who knows? Who knows on that one, Preston? It'll be interesting, but I know that we're hot in that department up in terms of who's coming in. I'm having pity committee put on the back of a Ponzi scheme. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it, Grant. It'd be quite amusing, that's for sure. Ash said he won £167 from a £5 bet, which included Huddersfield beating a pub team, York winning, and Borough getting a late winner against Lincoln. Fair play. The guy is literally Mystic Meg of the ACCA last weekend, that's for sure. Well done, Ash. So we've got our esteemed guest is in the green room, so we'll be jumping over.
I'm going to eat a biscuit because my diabetes is kicking in again.
Bless you. Bless you. A few more comments. The same. We'll jump on to the next part. But yeah, Russ said that not Hogan's heroes, Colin. It's Hogan's heroes after his many.
Russell, do you remember it?
Go on.
No, Hogan's heroes. I bet he does.
Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will. I think that he did score against Shrewsbury. Don't forget, Russ, where literally a cow hitting the back of a banjo would have gone in. To be honest with you, because it was an open goal. And yeah, anyone who was around me at the time when that happened, I turned my back when he scored. I still cheered, but not for him. But there we go. My Sith Lord hatred continues. Jamie says, well, if we sign Twine and Max, then I guess I'd have to get both the away and third. £108 plus gee whiz. However much
I've got all three shirts, as you can see. I've got
same.
Yeah, I've got the white one here.
Yep.
But the white one I've saved. I haven't got a name on it. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, and I'll get his name put on the back.
Fingers crossed, indeed. Indeed. Dell says, anyone knows the thought process behind Mendes playing?
No, we'll ask him.
Yeah, no, we'll come on. We'll definitely come on to that when we review the Oxford game a little bit later on, Dell. But yeah, interesting. I've got some thoughts on that, that's for sure. But hold that thought. Matt says the midfield was impressive this week, and the Warriors definitely C-Mac. Why didn't Mendes square it? Well, yeah, exactly. But again, I think there was. I don't know. We'll speak about it in a minute. I don't want to ruin it. Nombe and Collins has a nice balance to it, says Hamid. And obviously, Josh said I was really impressed with Barlas and Wintle. Now, I was really impressed with those two. I have to say, I think
thought
once
Cohen
they gel
was
properly,
good.
Bramwell's done really well. To be fair, they will be a midfield pairing in the league. It's nice to have options. It's nice to have options this season. We've not had money for a long time. Let's face it. Now having an owner that's got ridiculous amounts of money, I know there's still fair play, but we don't want to go and just sign people for the sake of signing them. We want to, sign smart and do well. I think we've done that so far, building softly and stable. I think we'll do all right, but we'll see. Why they give a stick about Marty's mum? Who knows?
That's gone.
Who knows?
Save that for when we play Leicester. No,
would the club? No words. Would the club shop give you some hangar space for your match? I think there's more chance of Colin and I getting a free ticket onto the Titanic than that happening. But it would have been nice, Stephen. But I don't think that would go down too well. But there we go. But no, it's good stuff. And Lewis says new signing live. Hopefully,
you
Lewis,
never know. We could have a new signing while we're live on air.
We could do. So who knows? But look, without further ado, we've kept him in the green room. I'm sure
45 minutes doing the bloody welcome.
I know, right? It's nice to be appreciated.
Too many people are watching.
It's great. But we've got, after 10 years, can you believe it? 10 years of not playing Huddersfield, to have them back in the room. It's a pleasure to bring Matt, who I believe nickname is Cozy, onto the show. Matt, how you doing?
Hey, mate. No, Cozy's let us down at the last minute, so I've stepped in as a late substitution for him. So, yeah.
Do you know what? Then it's an upgrade, Matt. It's an upgrade. Ignore it. But no,
many would say so, many would not. But yeah,
absolutely. But look, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Hang on. What's that he's got there? Has he been to Salford and nicked that microphone?
Oh, what Salford? Yeah, Salford. Well, no, they had the boom microphone. The Salford. I forget. Yeah.
I like that.
Rode. You want to get one of these? They're the belters.
They're great. Aren't they?
Rode are brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Colin's excited.
Sorry, Matt. I shouldn't interrupt you.
No, you're good. But no, we were just saying. We were just talking before you came on, Matt. It's been 10 years. I can't believe how long it's been since we last played you. I think it's 2016 in the Championship. So it feels like quite a lot's gone on, obviously, for probably both clubs in that time. Obviously, your good selves, the Premier League, and everything else that's gone in between that as well. And obviously for us as well, sort of yo-yoing up and down, and hopefully starting to be a bit of an upturn for us. So I think, look, looking back in terms of the pre-season, what business has been done, kind of your thoughts from a Huddersfield perspective. How do you see that pre-season so far has gone for you? The signings you've made, and sort of the first game of the season, and sort of how do you see it playing out? So from what you've seen.
Yeah, so pre-season was probably difficult. So last year was the big chance for us to put a really good side together and get out of League One. We put all our eggs in the basket of Lee Grant, which was obviously the wrong basket as it transpired. And he's signed quite a lot of players onto long contracts. So having to wheel and deal this summer's not been easy, I understand, from the perspective of our recruitment department. But we've done okay. We've brought a couple of handy players in. We've started with the goalkeeper. Matty Young's come in. Lee Nichols, ex-MK Dons, has gone out to Preston. Lee Nichols has been a great keeper for us for a number of years, so it was a little bittersweet, really, to see him leave. But Matty Young's a good young goalkeeper on loan from Sunderland who's come in. And then across the back, we brought in Iban Bauer from Portsmouth, and then Ilya. We've raided Excelsior in the Netherlands for their right-hand side. So we brought in Ilias Bronkhorst and Darren Silly Sanchez Fernandez, who played really well.
I'm glad you said that. I didn't know how to say it.
It's taken a couple of attempts.
Will you say it again? So, because we're going to have to get used to this name, aren't we?
Just say Fernandez. That'll do. I think that's what most people go with.
He looks a sharp lad.
Yeah, he started well. So sometimes we thought he might take a little bit of time to acclimatise, but he in pre-season he was okay. He played against Blackburn in a home friendly. He's coming as a right winger, and I think what we set our stall out to do this summer was to revert to a back four from a back three, and it's not really transpired. And we've kind of ditched that after 2 weeks of pre-season, which I think some Huddersfield fans are disappointed about because they wanted to see flying wingers again. And back to when we used to play you guys in League One at the top end of League One, where we'd have Gary Roberts and Anthony Pilkington flying down the wings. And I think those are quite happy League One memories for Huddersfield fans, whereas playing a back five at home to Burton probably doesn't bring back good memories from the last 12 months. So we were hoping that was going to be the case, and he was the first one to come through. We couldn't get any more over the line, so we've had to revert back to 3-4-2-1, and he's playing as like a number 10, one of the two number 10s as an inside right, and he's left-footed. But yeah, he's very good. He's very quick over 5-10 yards rather than 100-meter sprint. But yeah, he looks hopefully to be the real deal. But we were here this time last year. We played Leyton Orient the first game of last season. They were in the playoff final the year before, beat them 3-0, and then things kind of came apart in September. So I think from a Huddersfield perspective, we're keeping our feet on the ground this year. But I think
you started pretty much how you started last season. We've started exactly the same as we started last season. So,
and I think that, Matt, from a Huddersfield's perspective, obviously you started with a 3-0 win over that pub team down the road that will remain nameless. But how much confidence has that given the fan base? And was, I guess, that performance as convincing as the scoreline suggests from what you saw?
I think if we hadn't gone down to 10 men after 29 minutes, we'd probably would have. It felt like we were on for 4 or 5 in that game. To be honest, the game was really split into 3/3. 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, Huddersfield were really good. 2-0 up after 16 minutes. Very quick moving forward. Wimbledon decided to go man for man against us, which a lot of teams who'll come to our place who, shall we say, are expected to finish in the bottom half. Try not to be too disrespectful to them. I'll leave that to you guys. So teams in the bottom half usually come to us and then just pack defence, put 11 behind the ball and just kind of sit and let us attack them. And we're not very good at that. So for Wimbledon to come at us man for man just seemed a little bit of a strange tactic. And we kind of just played through them the first 20 minutes, and we should really have been 3-4-0 up by the time we had a man sent off, which a lot of Huddersfield fans don't think was deserved. But I think the modern interpretation of the rule probably means it was a red card. But the next 30 minutes, the Wimbledon didn't really lay a glove on us. And it was only really when we oddly decided to close shop with 30 minutes to go and put an extra centre-back on and kind of go 5-3-1 and sit deeper that Wimbledon came back into the game. But yeah, so it was a really good start. But
and then you scored again, didn't you?
Yeah, we finished the game off. One of our centre-backs went down the right wing and pulled it across. But yeah, I think what's really killed us in the last couple of years has been injuries. I've done a couple of articles on our injury situation, and we tend to have more players injured or across the last 2 seasons than half the Football League have used players. It's been really, really difficult for us dealing with that. So we're hopeful, touch wood, that's not going to be the case this year, and it'll give us more of a free run. But we've already got 5 or 6 out already.
And you've already lost. You've already lost Marcus McGuane. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah. Marcus McGuane.
Got done in training, didn't he?
Yeah, he's done his ACL, so he'll miss the season. Sean Rowan, who we've got a left back from Lincoln, who's a good player, he's done a thigh, so he's not going to be playing. I think there are another couple of bumps and bruises from the weekend that they're kind of keeping under wraps. We've signed Archie Collins, who's not going to be ready in time for Saturday. He's not had a pre-season, so they'll probably just bed him in minutes by minutes. And we've had a few others. Bojan Radulovic came off the bench to score the third on Saturday, but he's missed all the pre-season with a hamstring injury. So we're still kind of bedding some in at the minute. So hopefully there'll be more to come back in than goes out injury-wise. Otherwise, that'll probably dictate how our season goes again.
Well, we certainly know how you feel. I mean, we lost Aaron Collins after 20 minutes, didn't we? And then, no, I'll tell you lie.
Kane Wilson.
Kane Wilson, after 20 minutes, he was supposed to be something special, and we lost him 20 minutes, and he's still out now.
Yeah,
so he lost the whole season, plus the pre-season, and God knows when we're going to be like a new signing if he does come back. So we know you fit well, and we lost Collins the year before, didn't we?
Yeah,
shoulder, So
he did, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, you talk about the players, Matt, and you said sort of like the injuries and things there. But overall, I mean, what's the expectation of at Huddersfield this season? Is it promotion or bust, or would supporters accept another year of building? What's kind of the vibe at the moment?
It's difficult because we've got a brash American owner who a lot of Huddersfield fans like him. I think he's all right. A lot of fans like him. He came in when we were in the Championship, and he kind of said, right, Premier League in 3 years, and that was his that was his thing, and we got relegated in his first season. And then the last 2 years have been in League One, so we've gone backwards in the 3 years. But despite that, he's actually quite well liked. He's visible. He talks to fans. He turns up from Sacramento where he lives and comes over quite a lot, and he invites people in for tea, and he's quite a quirky character. He's all right. Football wise, some of the decision making with people they've employed over the last few years hasn't been great, but we're hopeful that that's better now. I know Martin Drury's a rookie manager, shall we say, to use a bit of an American phrase there. But we've got a decent director of football in now, whereas we didn't before. Everybody's from Huddersfield, basically. The sporting director's from Huddersfield, the CEO's from Huddersfield, and the manager's from Huddersfield. So everyone's from Huddersfield, apart from the owner. So we've got more of a hometown feel. It's very much League of Gentlemen, if you remember League of Gentlemen from about 20 years ago, are you local, that whole thing. So, you're not allowed to work there unless...
That's the defining factor, is it?
It's a local club for local people. Yeah, that's us. So, yeah. So that's going quite well on that score.
Matt, I want to talk about the managership at the moment. Obviously, because we've got an interest in there in one of our former managers, Liam Manning. But before that, you've been in League One for a couple of seasons. This looks like a pretty strong division this year. What's your overall opinion of League One football?
I thought last year it was poor, and
Really?
It was really frustrating. Yeah, it was really frustrating for us to fall so short last year. I thought some of the teams that got in the top 6 wouldn't necessarily have done so in previous years, but I think it's much stronger this year. I think you're right on that one. I think Sheffield Wednesday, Leicester coming down are strong or should be strong. Luton have really picked up, and I think they'll finish in the top 2. Plymouth have picked up. We're having another go. You guys coming up with money to spend, and a League One promotion specialist in Paul Warner's manager as well. So you guys, everyone thinks, from our podcast, think you guys will be in the top 6 mix. Right. One of our guys has actually predicted you to win the league this year, so no pressure on that one.
Can you get him on here next week?
I should have brought him on, yeah. But he's So from our side of things, it's I think it's stronger this year, which is going to make it more difficult. The playoff scramble is going to be a lot more difficult than last year. I genuinely think if we hadn't have had all the injuries last year, we'd have probably bumbled across the line somehow, despite never quite looking very connective, shall we say, in the way we play. But I think you're going to have to be better this year to get in the top 6 for sure. And the top 2, I think once Leicester get on a roll, or if they do get on a roll, they'll be like a juggernaut, very difficult to stop with some of the players they've got. And even then, if it takes them too long, the likes of Luton, etc., could be up and away by some of the players they've got. So it's going to be really interesting. I think the quality at the top end is good this year. So we'll see. So it could be a difficult one again for us. Who knows?
Well, on that point, I mean, you talked about the manager, obviously, and just the League One football, but like with Martin Drury, how do Huddersfield supporters, I guess, currently stand on him? Is there a genuine belief he's the man to take you forward, Matt, or is there sort of question marks over that?
Not really. I think people are open-minded. I think that's the best way to put it. So, like you mentioned, Liam Manning was here in January. He ingratiated himself very well first, because the first game up was against Bradford, and we played really well. Front-footed, beat Bradford 1-0. Got a man sent off again in that one. But that's kind of what you want in a derby, isn't it? You kind of want that kind of needle, don't you? So that started really well, and then it just went... Everything just went really flat after a while, and obviously things came out that Liam Manning was struggling with certain things, and there was no problem from any Huddersfield fans towards Liam Manning. Everyone wishes him, the very, very best. He was a nice guy. We liked him, seemed a nice guy. Martin Drury came in at the end of last season. Yeah, Martin Drury came in. Guy. Yeah, we liked him. Martin Drury was one of his assistants, as was John Stead, and they just carried on. And to be honest, I think most of us thought Liam Manning would come back at the end of the season like he did at Bristol City. But I think the distance away from his family probably played into that without knowing the full facts. And presuming, I imagine that was a bit of an issue for him. And Martin Drury took over, but there were other names in the frame, I think. But I think by what we've been like over the last few years, we've been going through 3 or 4 managers a year, and I think our name is mud with agents at the minute. So I don't think there was a real chance that we could bring in a Tony Mowbray, or they ended up going to Blackburn, but there wasn't a chance we could bring in a high name that was unemployed like that, because they'd have just gone, nah, if I lose back-to-back games, I'll be out in 3 months. So so I think we've had to have a correction in that at board level. We've had to, I think our sporting director and CEO have had to just calm the owner down a bit, because he tends to come out pre-season and go, right, all aboard HMS Pistol League. I've bought a £1 million player. Let's go. And he said, because he's quite American, he starts hyping things up a little bit. But that doesn't work in Yorkshire. There's a real sort of like Yorkshire versus America does not work very well in that kind of.
I don't think it works anywhere in this country.
Yorkshire doesn't work at all anywhere with anyone else. But
no, I mean America, not Yorkshire.
No, I know, but he's kind of quite brash, and we quite like him for it. But when you say we're going to go for the top 2 and you finish 8th or 9th, people kind of go. The atmosphere in the stadium kind of turns, and because he's a billionaire, people don't tend to turn against the billionaire. You know what it's like, because if he pulls his money out, everyone's scared. He'll get upset and pull his money. So the managers get it quite quickly. The sporting directors get it quite quickly. The players get it quite quickly. So the atmosphere the last 2 years has been quite negative when we've not been playing particularly well. But we've noticed a real attempt this year just to play down our chances. The owner's not come out and said all aboard, you know what I mean? We're off on, we're off to the Premier League. It's not, none of that this year. He's kept very quiet. And when they've been asked in the radio or in interviews at the CEO and the sporting director, they've kind of just tried to play down that side of things to sort of calm the fan base a little bit, because things have been a little bit heightened and people have been really annoyed very quickly. And they're trying to bring in a style of play which will basically work with Huddersfield fans, because Huddersfield fans are very old school, very 1980s. So 4-4-2, get it forward, big man up top, that kind of fan base. If you're not playing that, then they can get really frustrated very quickly. And so we're trying to move the ball forward quite quickly. We've got a big man up front in Ashley Fletcher, which works nicely, and Bojan Radulovic as well. So the kind of moving things to where they see that why the fans want things to be, but they're stopping short of saying we're going to be in the top 6. They're just sort of saying, look, we need to make progress. And that's all they're saying. They're not saying we're going to win the league. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. They're trying to calm people down so that when things go wrong. Yeah, exactly. So when things go wrong on the pitch in October for a couple of games, people are wanting heads on spikes, and and like it turns into an episode of Game of Thrones in Huddersfield. It really does. So they're trying to stop that, and hopefully people will just calm down and get a bit more behind the set. And it works for us too as podcasters. We get annoyed and we start being negative because we've just lost 4 games in a row or whatever. And we've got a part to play in that as well. So with them calming things down, I think we're trying to calm things down as well on the podcast and be more analytical with things. But the day after, when you get around your mates around the table, it's not always don't always go to plan, does it? And sometimes you just need to froth, don't you? Sometimes and let it all out. Yeah. You know what it's like.
Oh God,
exactly.
So Matt, sorry, I had a question come in for you. It's from your namesake, Matt. He said, Matt, what's your thoughts on Wiles? Because he said some Huddersfield fans seem to have mixed feelings about him, obviously, since he's come to MK. We've kind of heard, he's great, and no, he's terrible. And love to just get your view on him.
One of our guys on our podcast absolutely loves Ben Wiles. Everyone else hates him. So the problem with Ben Wiles is he came for around £1 million. So in Huddersfield, that's a lot of money. You expect a bit more of a return. It costs money. It costs money. So obviously he's got to be Maradona. You know what it's like. He's, I think, a typical midfielder in Huddersfield, what Huddersfield fans like. So I don't know if you guys know Jonathan Hogg, who was our midfielder. He was part of the Premier League team. He basically just runs around kicking things and pointing at things and passing sideways. And he was good at it. He was a top player at that. Huddersfield fans like tough midfielders. If you ask them their favourites from yesteryear, it'll be tougher midfielders like Darren Bullock and all of those types that sort of spring to mind. Even back to the 70s, they'll talk about Jimmy McGill when they're in the top league and all this. And basically the midfielders that kick you. And if you have a midfielder that tends to not touch the ball for large periods, they will say he goes missing and he does nothing and things like that, where the truth can kind of lie in between sometimes. And the truth can be that
David Customo fit that void, though.
He's a strange case because he's very good with his recoveries, but you don't see him smash into tackles. And I think that's what Huddersfield fans like. They like them smashing into tackles, whereas David Kasumu tends to be injured a lot. His passing is not the best. But yeah, and the thing with Ben Wiles is when you've got midfielders like Hogg and Kasumu in there, and he makes that forward run, 8 times out of 10, he's not going to receive that ball. And when he's not receiving the ball, Huddersfield fans are like, well, what's Ben Wiles done for the last 10 minutes? And you miss that nuance.
Yeah.
So one of our guys who's very analytical really liked him because he felt Ben Wiles presses from the front really well. He finds space really well. And it's not always his fault that people can't find him. And there is truth in that, but there's also truth in that he tends to, his head can go down a little bit quickly as well. So you will get a Marmite response to Ben Wiles. But when he's good, he's good. When he scores goals, he's got a great shot from outside the box. He arrives late in the box really well. His passing's really underrated. He's very sharp and quick with his passing. But yeah, because he doesn't fit that cookie cutter marine type midfielder that Huddersfield fans like, you will get a lot of pushback on whether they like him. But he can be effective in League One especially. And when you go back to that Rotherham team, you had Dan Barlasser, Ollie Rathbone and Ben Wiles. They moved up to the Championship and they, for 6 months, were as good as anything in the top league, in the top half of the Championship. So he's definitely got ability if you pair him with the right people. And I think Dan Barlasser is someone who can find Ben Wiles. He's a really smart pickup from MK. So I think those two will work quite well together again, after like they did before.
Right, we touched on Kasumu. Obviously, another former Don, Lasse Sorensen. What can you tell us about us, Tim? I'm glad I'm amusing you.
He's genuinely, do you know what? He's one of those where I've got an 8-year-old who's mascot, by the way, this Saturday, so he's going to be walking out with the players at MK. Okay. Yeah, so be nice to him. But he's going to be walking out, and he. So when you take him to those like meet and greets and things that you do, Lasse Sorensen is literally the nicest human being that you can meet at these. He will spend time with all the kids. He will talk to them. He's phenomenally good at this. He's so good. He's a brilliant talker. But again, he doesn't quite fit that tough man exterior that Huddersfield fans like to see.
He's a little bit lightweight, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think he's quite reasonably well liked, but not one of the favourites because he can sometimes not be quite as direct as he needs to be. But as a wing back at the minute, he's probably the backup to Bronkhorst. And to be honest, as a backup wing back in League One, you don't really get any better than that. No. So he'll play his part this year. And he's getting better, to be fair to Lasse. His first year, he did his hamstring. It's part of our curse. He'd never been injured before. Same with Sean Rowan. Never been injured before. Came to Huddersfield within a few weeks, broken. So we are the place of broken toys, unfortunately. And he spent quite a while out, and then he struggled to get back in. But last year, he was better than Lyndon Gooch, who was the marquee right back that we brought in from Stoke from the Championship. And to be honest, last season, Lasse Sorensen was better than him. So yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing okay.
Speaking of that, Matt, and the summer business you've had, based on what you've seen, would you say they've improved, or do you still see the squad is still short of where it needs to be?
I think it's short in 2 areas. Left wing back is short. We've got Barley Mumba, who's not really clicked at Huddersfield. Sean Rowan is more of a left-sided defensive left back. Lyndon Gooch will probably play there on Saturday because he's the only option that we've got, and he's not natural really. So that is an area. And then at number 10, we've got Marcus Harness, who's a decent player in League One, quite a clever player. And then we've got Darren Silly Sanchez-Fernandez. And behind that, we've got a brilliant young player. Yeah, it's practice, yeah. And then we've got a youngster called Tom Yapenda, who spent last season on loan at Notts County, big 6'4", number 10. You might remember him from some of the games. Who's really good. But his agents, we did the very clever thing of sending him out on loan to Notts County and not tying him down to a new contract. So when he came back, his agent was like, "Nah, he's not playing for you anymore. We're going." So he's currently in a protracted move to Derby County, which could be done by this weekend. But I think their takeover issue has caused a slight delay in that. So we are short at 10. If Sanchez, Fernandez, and Harness are injured, we are pretty light in that area and left wing back. But we also need to get rid of a load of players as well because we've got a lot of
big
central
squad, haven't you?
Very big squad.
Yeah, it's too big. The people like Herbie Kane, I think Herbie Kane, Anthony Evans will be available, but Herbie Kane's always injured. He's spent less than 50% of his time at Huddersfield fit and available. Anthony Evans the same. So they are available. Herbie Kane's a good player, by the way. I think he was linked with MK at one point last year. Yeah, so he's very good.
Happened, I'm not sure what.
Yeah, his fitness isn't great, so he does get injured quite easily. But on the ball, like I said, he's as good as anyone in League One. It's just fitness-wise, he's not the best. But yeah, those guys will probably be available. We've got a lot of centre backs as well. We've got 6, I think, centre backs. So one of those might go. But in terms of our centre backs, I think if we can keep them all fit at the same time, our back three could be as good as anything in League One. It's genuinely very good with Jack Watmore in the middle. He's been promoted before with Wigan as a champion from this league, and then we've brought in Bauer from Portsmouth, who could be quite a clever signing. And then Radinho Balker on the other side, we've brought in from the Netherlands when we were in the Championship, and he spent literally about 18 months injured, and he came back in properly, I'd say, last year and managed to play a run of games. And when he's fit, he is way too good for League One.
He's quick as well, isn't he?
Yeah, very quick.
He's quick.
Was he the guy that set the goal up on Saturday?
Yeah, he's a centre back. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a centre back. The only issue with him is he's not the best in the air, but that's why you partner him with a Jack Watmore next to him just to cover for that. Okay. But in terms of playing the ball out from the back, he's very clever. A lot of reverse passes into midfield. So yeah, that back three is really good if it's fit. But they've all got histories of bad injuries, ACLs and all sorts. So keeping it fit will be a bit of a miracle, but we'll see.
Talking to players as well, Matt. I mean, obviously we've got players like Aaron Collins, obviously that experience level with Bolton. But who in the MK Don side, would you personally be most wary of this weekend? Who is the one that could give you sleepless nights?
I do like Aaron Collins, and I was quite surprised when he dropped down because he was one of the better players for Bolton in League One. He was one of their star men, really. And I think he just scored against us at our place to win the game for Bolton, and then before moving to MK. So he's a really good player. Just trying to think through the team. I'm going to cheat by looking on FootMob. In fact, I don't need to cheat. Ryan Wintle is a great midfielder. I think that's a really smart signing. Dan Barlasser, obviously. I think Wintle, Barlasser, Wiles has got potential to be a really good midfield trio in there. You signed Good, didn't you, from Northampton? Stevenage. Yeah, it was Northampton before Stevenage. Yeah.
He scored
so he's massive. What is he, 6'4"? He's a big centre back. You've got quite a few. Sam Nombe. Do you know Sam Nombe just didn't click at Rotherham, did it? In that thing, he was always a really good player. I think Rotherham was just the wrong move for him. So I'm really interested to see how he does because he's got a lot about him.
He's certainly buzzing around. He hasn't had he hasn't really had a clear chance, I don't think, in the 2 games we've played. Not really.
He'll stretch play. He'll work lines. He'll stretch play. He'll run the channels.
Makes a bloody nuisance of himself.
He is. Yeah, he's a pest and he's quite strong. So he'll be awkward. I think that's probably you've got Bramall, haven't you, on the left wing back?
Yeah.
He's
very
quite
quick,
decent as well.
Very quick.
So. Yeah, I mean, our right wing back will be Bronkhorst, I would imagine, on the day, who's pretty good. So that'll be a good battle. Where you'll probably hurt us will be down the right-hand side. I don't know what your right wing back's like, but that would be the area to target us because Barley Mumba's suspended, Sean Rowan's injured, and Lyndon Gooch, who doesn't quite look fit anymore. He's really struggling to look 100%. So he would be the weekly. I've just done your analyst team job for you there. So he would be the.
Well, I would imagine we're recording this and sending it to him.
Yeah. So for me, that's where you look at our left hand side. So Gethin Jones, isn't it, ex Bolton? So yeah. So that would be the battles. Really, would be the wing back battles. I think would be quite good, and midfield should be quite good. Ryan Ledson for us is the type of midfielder Huddersfield fans do tend to like because he does throw in the odd big tackle every now and then. He's quite clever with a lot of what he does, Ryan Ledson. It kind of goes unnoticed. And I think he'll be partnered we're not sure who's going to partner him because Marcus Harness played central midfield last week, and I really like Marcus Harness in centre midfield. But I'm not sure if they're going to play him higher.
He's a great servant there.
Yeah, he's a really good footballer. He's
he's hurt us before, any Aiden.
He has, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he now? He's 37, 38?
No, he's only just turned 30, I think. He looks older than he does. Yeah.
It says he looks like a lot older. It's like Carnu when he used to play the Ports was like 50. But yeah.
So he's still around. So Joe Taylor played a really strange hybrid 10/striker role on Saturday, and it's going to be really interesting from our point of view because I think over the last 3 years, well, maybe longer, maybe 5 years, we've been a risk-averse football team. So I think what's really interesting is to see, because the whole point of bringing Martin Drury in was to change that. So I think what's going to be really interesting is if we remain risk-averse or if we've changed. And I think what will tell us that is if Joe Taylor starts on Saturday. So if Joe Taylor starts up with Ashley Fletcher and Darren Silly Sanchez Fernandez and Harness is still in midfield, I think that tells us that we're no longer this risk-averse team. Whereas if they put in a Kasumu in midfield, for example, and then move Marcus Harness to 10, I think that might raise not a red flag, but a question mark. Unless we win, and then no one will say anything. So, but
how fickle us fans are, eh?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll never mention it at all if we win the game.
Matt, so I've got a couple of questions just come in for you. The first one, I think, Josh is on the screen. It says, "What's your expectations for the season?" So, where do you think Huddersfield are going to?
Not the clubs, but yours.
Yeah. I predicted 8th this year, 7th or 8th, unless we can sign a really good left wing back and number 10 to swap in, because I don't think Sanchez Fernandez will last the season. He's not used to the 46-game hurly-burly of League One, so he will break down, I imagine, or he'll have a dip off at some point. So Huddersfield have really got to be proactive in replacing that. If they do, there's no reason why we can't maybe see you guys in the playoffs. Who knows?
Right.
Wonderful. Yeah, and Matt, another
I've got
question
bad memories of the last time we played during the playoffs.
PTSD, right? Do you know how many
Alan Smith fighting now?
Sorry, Matt. How many do you expect to bring down to MK from the fan base? Is there quite a lot of interest for this one?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think there'll be a couple of thousand, I would imagine. I think Huddersfield fans are a little bit disengaged at the minute. They reckon the season ticket renewals are what they were last year. I'm a little bit skeptical, I'll be honest. I know quite a lot of people who just can't be bothered at the minute because it's difficult because people will compare us with Bradford and the crowds and what have you, and people will start to think Bradford are a bigger club when they're not. And basically, they're on. And there's no reason really to bring them up, but they're on quite a high at the minute because they've been down there for so long, and we're the opposite. So we're heading down from 10 years ago in the Premier League, and I think fans are a little bit miffed with everything that's gone on in the last 10 years, and I think some have just had enough of just watching risk-averse football to be kicked in the nuts every week. You can get your missus to do that. So we've basically, I think a lot of them have just given up for now until things change. So I wouldn't imagine it'll be as many as what would have turned up in previous times 10 years ago, but I think there'll be about 2,500, I'd imagine. But if things were looking up and everybody was really excited, we'd probably do like 3,000 to 4,000. But I think with things as they are now, I think a lot of Huddersfield fans are just kind of sat there thinking, I'll see how it goes before I commit to going to more games, kind of thing. And
typical Yorkshire attitude.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, natural pessimist. You know what I mean? So give us something. We'll moan and then give us something to cheer about. That's what we do, rather than the other way around. Yeah.
Brilliant. Just one question from me, Matt, was as well. It's like obviously with League One, you've obviously seen plenty of Paul Warne teams over the years. So what do Huddersfield fans make of him? What do you expect from an MK Don side managed by Warne this season, and maybe for Saturday's game as well?
It's going to be interesting because I've not really seen a lot of MK under Paul Warne. MK under Rotherham, we saw quite a lot of, and they were quite stodgy, quite difficult to watch a lot of the time, quite slow, quite methodical, pragmatic. But I imagine the MK one will be a little bit like that, but times 2 speed, if you like. So it'll be a little bit better to watch. But I think I'd imagine they'll be very solid at the back and tend not to give a lot away. And be quite awkward to play against. Quite streetwise, I think, is a good way to describe a Paul Warne side. And there's a lot of Huddersfield fans who would have Paul Warne in our dugout without a shadow of a doubt.
Right, okay.
So when the job came up and Paul Warne was out of work, one of the circular 3-month periods when we do sack the manager, when that came up, I think quite a lot of fans wanted Paul Warne in the job, but he never. There was a small rumor at one point, but it never materialized.
Was Martin Drury a big surprise to you? Was it a surprise to you? I mean, he's not that experienced, is he? Really?
Not really. Not really. He's
in his coaching roles, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's only done short stints, though. When you look into it, he's done some very short stints. So he did about 3 weeks at Brentford. I think my work experience lasted longer than that. So he did that, and he's been at Valencia with Carlos Corbrand. I think he's very. I think he's very much a this is how we do things kind of guy, and if it doesn't go to his expectations, I think he just goes. But now he's the guy at the top now, so he has to bring everyone else along for the ride.
He was at Man United and Valencia, wasn't he?
Yeah, he followed Carlos Corbrand to Valencia. He went to West Brom, where Carlos Corbrand, our ex-manager, was, and he followed him over to Valencia, and then came back to take the job at Brentford, I think.
Yeah.
Which didn't last that long, and then he ended up coming as part of as Liam Manning's number 2. And he took the last 8 games of last season, so we kind of had a good look at what he could do.
Right, okay.
And I think we lost. We won 2 in the last 8 games. It was something like 1-2, lost 1, drew the rest. And I think the last game of the season, there was a 4-0 win against Wimbledon. You'll be pleased to know. And we looked quite good. So I think. Yeah, so I think Wimbledon were kind of out on the lash the night before, though. I don't think they were.
You'd like to play them every week, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they'd stayed up, I think, a few days before, so I think they were kind of a little bit hungover. And we beat them 4-0 at their place, and we played some really nice attacking football, or some of the best attacking football we'd seen for a long time. And I think that, along with the process of making us a more front-footed team over those 8 games, kind of made a couple of fans kind of go, I wouldn't mind seeing that over a longer period to see how that transpires.
Yeah.
And I think, and there was no real big name linked with us over the summer. And usually when that's quiet, you know what's coming, don't you? So I think we were kind of conditioned to what was happening just by the quiet nature of us in the press, which is quite quiet anyway.
Matt, I think we've reached that stage of the night where we ask you what your prediction is going to be. And me and Aidan will make a prediction as well. So we'll be obviously, and everybody at home will be interested. And people at home, put your predictions up for the game on Saturday, and Aidan will read them out. Who do you want? Aidan, I think we'll start with you. We'll get Matt in the middle, and I'll go at the end.
Yeah, can do. I mean, first of all, before I go to predictions, just a couple of things from me. Scenario: you've come down from the Championship recently. We've come up from League 2. So, the end of this game, Matt, which fan base is going to be the unhappier if they lose this one?
Oh, we're always unhappy. We're always unhappy. So
it's a Yorkshire thing, right?
It's just that's us. Yeah, we'll turn up unhappy. That's us.
Bless you. And also, just quickly, 65 quid for a Huddersfield shirt this season. Is that right?
I don't buy them. I don't buy it. I have this weird thing about blokes in football shirts. Sorry, I know you got one on. I just
love it. You can come back on.
We have our own merchandise. I'll have you know. Show him, Aidan.
I live in Leeds, and when you're walking around Leeds and it's like a Tuesday morning, and you see people in figure hugging shirts that they should not be wearing, and you just think, there's a time and a place for a football shirt, and I never find the right time or place for them. But I buy them for my little boy. And I think that was 50 quid for the shirt, but you get 10% off if you're a season card holder, which
we don't buy much merchandise, as you can see.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's like a clip. I thought that was one of those things that you get on Teams, where you set your background. So
yeah,
no, it's all real.
AI does wonderful things these days, isn't it? But,
yeah, good, isn't it?
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, do you know what? This is a difficult one for me because, I've always had an interest in Huddersfield, like you say, Lee Nichols, Kasuma. There's been so many players, manager links over the years. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Huddersfield in terms of wanting to see them do well, but I know you've come down. I know you obviously there's some difficulties. It probably hasn't panned out the best way for Huddersfield, but I still think there is a really good team there. Similar to MK Dons in that way. I think you're a couple short of having a really solid squad for the season. Again, people are going to hate me for saying this. I said it last week, but I can see this being a 2-2 draw.
Oh, don't! I was
no. The simple reason, I just think you've got two really good squads. Who, again, it's still early days, like it was last week. I look at the game against that pub team down the road. Granted, the caliber of opposition is a lot lower, but you don't go through teams like that if you're not a half decent squad. So I've got full respect for Huddersfield and what they've done, but I think it'll be a tough test. I think you've got two very evenly matched teams, and I think it will be a case of where is the game won or lost. For me, probably midfield. If we can get the better of it in midfield, I think we can probably nick it. But again, really comes back to what Matt was saying. Depends how Huddersfield's set up and what they bring. But if they come out with that let's go for it approach, I think it will be a tough test for both teams. And I can see it being a couple of goals for both teams. So I can see it end up as a draw. That's my gut feel. And again, so early days.
There's Aiden 2-2. Aiden's winning 2-1 at the moment on the predictions. So, Matt, before you make your prediction, did you know that Huddersfield have never lost at MK?
I was trying to think of some previous matches, and I remember there was
never lost at Stadium MK.
There was I remember the 3-2 back in the day, which was we lost at the hockey stadium, I think, didn't we? When you used to play the hockey stadium.
Yeah.
Which wasn't great, and it was Aaron Wilbraham back then.
Period
mixed up, but I'm probably going to say I would take a draw. But if you look at our away record over the last 2 years, it might give you a bit more confidence going into this because it has been
well, we'll have a look after
absolutely woeful. Yeah, so I'd happily take that, but I think I'm being a bit brave on that one.
So you're going for a draw as well, and
I like the sound of 2-2. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
And strangely, I'm going for 2-2 as well. That was what I had in my mind at the start. Stephen Kersley's, he's on 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. Although Colin, your namesake, has gone 2-1 win for Dons. Excuse me. Dear. Preston said 2-1 Dons. Don't see us keeping a clean sheet. No. And that's the thing. So, look, this league for me, I've looked at it and it gives it coming up. And yes, we've invested, but it's not an easy league. I could probably nail on the 4 that will go down. But other than that, I think it's anyone's really. It's quite an open league. And yeah, I think it's going to be a tough test this season for us. But I mean, our opening fixtures have not been. Whoever did this for the fixtures for Dons did us dirty. You've got Oxford, you've got Huddersfield, you've then got Leicester, Wickham. It's just relentless,
we've got a real tough and
So I think
we tend to get the League Two teams that have just come up and are on momentum and have got some momentum behind them. So we've got you guys, and we've got Cambridge,
Barnsley.
Yeah. So
what's going on at Barnsley?
Yeah, it's a strange one.
Owners, lack of money, sales. I think that sums that one up.
Can you see them going down?
Maybe next season. Maybe not this year, but maybe the one after. Okay. Maybe. Wigan are similar as well. I think Wigan are aren't in the happiest place. Yeah.
Okay. And one final prediction from you. Who do you think is going to win the league?
If Leicester get on a roll, I think they'll be very hard to stop with some of the players. It's Russell Martin, isn't it? I mean, you guys know Russell Martin. It takes a while, doesn't it, for that it takes a while for that to be effective, doesn't it? So it depends how quickly that clicks. If that doesn't click till Christmas, then Luton. If it clicks early, I'd go Leicester. But Leicester and Luton were my top two.
I think if Leicester doesn't click very quick, I think Russell Martin could be out of a job as well.
Yeah, they won't mess around.
No, they won't. No.
So my question, before I finish up, is Huddersfield, MK Dons, it's the end of the season. Which team's finishing higher?
Well, I had MK 5th and Huddersfield 8th on my season predictor. I've gone MK, but it is caveated with if Huddersfield do sign a decent left wing back.
So they are. We've had it confirmed. Matt has been drinking.
There's a caveat. There's a caveat. I'm on Lucas at the minute, but there's a caveat. If Huddersfield do get those two players, then I think both teams will be in the playoffs. As long as we don't have everyone injured.
And Huddersfield for the top 6. So again, look, thank you, Matt, for coming on. Generally, wish you well, obviously apart from the weekend, but wish you well for the rest of the season. And hopefully, when we do the reverse game, hopefully you can come back on and we'll review where we are.
No problems. All right, guys.
And we'll thank you for jumping in. It was late notice, so thanks a lot,
problem.
Matt.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks again. Take care. Cheers, Matt. What a lovely guy.
What a lovely guy. He is.
Speaking of lovely guys, I think it's about time we rolled something, Cole.
What, the VT?
That'd be the one.
Let's have a look at Luke Payne. Roll VT.
Right, we've got a game to cover at long last. It is the 2-2 draw away at Oxford. And, I mean, coming into this game, you'd probably have taken a point, just solid, get something on the board, nice and early, no stress. But as it turns out, I think situationally, we'll probably be a little bit disappointed with 1 point, just due to how late we were leading the game. But to go all the way back to the beginning, I think that sort of opening 10-15, quite scrappy. Didn't necessarily have as much control over those opening stages as I'd like, but I don't want to read too much into things. First game of the season, I'm not expecting anything to be perfect at this stage ultimately, but we did settle and we found our groove for the most part. We seemed to be the team on top, but unfortunately we had a little bit of a moment at the back, and there were a few of those over the course of the game, sort of little miscommunications, and I think that opening goal was probably an example of that. I'd be looking at someone like Curtis Nelson to be able to react to that sort of ball, and not let someone like Mark Harris just run straight through and score the opener. But, there were all sorts of these little moments over the course of the game. There was another one where Ekpiteta tried to shepherd the ball for McGillivray and he just never came. So you ended up with giving away a corner pretty needlessly. There was lots of little moments like that. And to be honest, even the equalising goal at the end, you could say there's an element of that as well. Just a bit of a miscommunication between probably Matete and then Nelson again, not knowing who should pick the man up. They were both kind of aware that he was there, but neither of them actually took him, which isn't ideal, and obviously that's cost us the 3 points. But on the attacking side of things, we looked pretty good, really. We created a lot of chances, probably more from set pieces than from anything else, but we always had some kind of attacking threat. We were getting 20 something shots away, which is always pretty nice. We're getting crosses into the box, and it wasn't just one individual. You had crosses from Bramall, Barlasser, Wintle, amongst others. Jones as well put one on a plate for Collins, didn't quite get that one right, but we had ideas, which is great, and we had different ways of unlocking a defence. And obviously Oxford weren't exactly playing a low block or anything, and other teams might do that. The weaker teams in the division probably will do that. But against that sort of stronger level of opposition, because Oxford's starting 11 is strong, I thought we did a pretty good job. And, on another day, Collins doesn't hit the post and it goes in, or he has the other chance and he doesn't sort of balloon it wide. Or you look at the Mendes-Lang chance, which is going to be a major talking point. And the concern for me is more the fact that he didn't fancy himself to score from there. Because for me, I want my strikers to go for that. Unless it is quite clearly obvious that you have to pass it, because it is undisputably an open goal that you cannot possibly miss, which in this case it wasn't, because Wintle had quite a long way to go to catch up, as proven by the resulting ball travelling a little bit too far for him. But coming back to that point, you just want your strikers to take it. You want them to have that level of confidence of, right, I'm just going to score now. And even if they don't, they've got something about them that's, that sort of aura, that confidence, almost a hint of arrogance that you want to put those sorts of chances away. And Mendes-Lang is someone I typically associate to have those qualities. So a little bit of a shame that he didn't, but hopefully learning curve, he'll be a little bit sharper and he'll go for it the next time. So all in all, it's just a 1 point. Debatably should have been 3. You know, in terms of the tactics, I think the only thing I've got a slight sort of concern over is I think we dropped deep slightly too early for my liking. And for those that have been watching the World Cup over the summer, they will be thinking not again. But you know, I don't think that's something we'll be doing too often, or at least I hope not. Hopefully we learn from it. And you know, the way I'm kind of thinking about it is no one plays their best football game week 1. You know, you've never seen a team play their best football on game week 1. So we've given ourselves a nice sort of base to build from to go into what's going to be a tricky game against Huddersfield. They've kind of been, well, probably a bit of a disappointment over the last couple of seasons, but make no mistake, that is a strong squad right there. And for me, it's only a matter of time until they wake up and become a force in this league. And if my predictions are anything to go by, I think this is that season where they do start to wake up. And, well, I mean, they've already scored a few in their opening game against a certain opposition. So I'd like to think we'll do a better job of it than they will, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's just give it a go, see how it goes, see if we can build on that first performance. Come on, you Dons.
Great analysis, Luke, as always. Chris Kamara of the Dons Unplugged World. We appreciate you, Luke, and good to have you back, mate.
I prefer him in that vest top, though.
You preferred him in his vest top whilst actively doing his tennis coaching. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get Luke some feedback on that. But no, it's great to have him back. Great to have his analysis as always. Thank you, Luke. But yeah, I mean, moving backwards into that Oxford game, Cole, what was your take on the day?
Well, I totally agree with him. I was disappointed that Mendes Lang never backed himself to take that shot on. Collins should have scored with the header that he basically tried to guide it in the corner of the net and it went wide. Both goals I thought we switched off. And the last one to switch off in the last minute of the game, I wouldn't say it's unforgivable, but it was very disappointing. And like Luke said, I'm never happy when we try. I hate it when we try and defend a lead, you know. Yeah. And he referred back to England in the World Cup where we tried to defend a lead there. And well, when I say we, I don't mean you.
So what are you talking about, Cole?
Okay. But I don't like to say. I mean, sometimes we back ourselves to defend the lead and we do it well. Other times it's you sitting there and it's like watching the Daleks. You're like that, you know. It's I'm not sure that that's the best way or approach to sit back and try and defend it, especially a team, you know, with the caliber of player that Oxford have got. I think if you try and do the game again on Saturday, I think you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, I do.
Nothing good's ever going to come out of that, but I don't think so. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, look, for me, it was an interesting game because I did think we came out of the traps pretty well, given the obviously the cup defeat, which again I think we talked about. You two massive gulfs in class. I don't think you can use that as a barometer. But I thought it was, you know, again, it was a former championship side. Let's not forget that they've come down.
Well, you know, 2 seasons last year. That was the void.
Yeah, and you know, they've had a bit of off the field unsettled situations. We know that, transfer embargoes, but they still got a pretty decent squad. That said, that side.
Yeah.
I thought we put, you know, some real pressure on them and put them on the back foot. I thought the midfield particularly played well. I did think, and I don't know what you thought, Cole, but I thought Jamie Cumming looked a bit nervous, to be honest. And
so did I.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's getting younger.
Well, Benjamin Button.
I kept looking at him and I'm thinking, that's not Jamie Cumming.
Yeah, it was Jamie Cumming.
Obviously it was, but no, I mean, to think that really and truly he got done with 2 balls over his head, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, it's quite funny.
Luke Payne makes grown men weep every week, has his own fan club.
Yeah, I mean, look, ultimately, I think it just came down to some silly mistakes, Cole. It just came to silly mistakes. I thought Aaron Collins, look, let's take the positives from it, looked really, really lively.
Yeah.
I was worried he was going to get injured at the start of the season again because of what happened last season.
Yeah.
I think it was probably a tactically sound thing to withdraw when we did, because I think you want to protect the players from getting burnt out too soon. I think for me, there wasn't Norwich, and there was again against Oxford. There was a bit of disgruntlement between the defence and McGivory. So again, at Norwich, there was a little bit of argy-bargy.
I think it was better, but it
was
still
better,
there.
But there was a bit of argy-bargy. So again, I think, was it good? I think it was good. There was a bit of argument going between McGivory and I think it was good. Yeah. Which, look, I understand that you're finding his feet.
When I was a goalkeeper, I don't know if I've ever told you.
I've never told us that.
No, when I was I used to bollock my centre halves all bloody game, but we were big friends, So it was just the process of the game. So they're not falling out with each other or anything like that. It's just I
think he means Wednesday night, not weed night. But hey, who knows? If they're on weed that night, it'd be even better, Luke. We might actually win. Grant said, two silly mistakes in defence. Aaron Collins looked good, had a couple of near goals. Good, yeah, it was good. Thank you, Grant. Argument given.
Matt Gravy. I like it.
Yeah, McGravy. No, it was. And it's just a little bit frustrating. I get it. They're still finding their feet, but you can't start having that because you need to.
What did Luke say? What did Luke say? You never see a team playing its best.
Of course you don't. Like I said at the start of the show as well, we're building. You don't want to lose your first game. That's objective one. To go away from home and not lose, I think anyone would take that. But yes, it was frustrating given we were 2-1 up, and we do this all the time. We just start to sit back. I would have just kept going for it. Really would have kept going for it. And as for the Mendes-Lang situation, I'll be fair to the guy. Look, he's a good player.
He missed a penalty the week before.
He did, but I mean, he's a good player overall.
Confidence.
I think he thought he was passing it. So I think he took a step too much with the ball. Good cut, by the way.
Yeah.
He could have taken a shot a bit earlier. I think the fact he took it on a bit further than probably he should have done. I think he squared it thinking the player's closer than he was, and he wasn't. It should have been a bang and you're in situation. So, I mean, again, look, very selfless of him to do that. And, we've got to look at that as well. He was looking for an opportunity to get us a goal, but I do feel that he should have taken the shot.
Patterson doesn't look his old self at the moment, does he?
Not at the moment, but match day one. At the end of the day, and like I said, I think he did a good enough job. The same as Mendes-Lang. I think there's two very good players. We can't forget that, and I think we're being mightily harsh on the squad when it's match day one.
Yeah, we can't be critical after just a couple of games, can we? Not yet.
No, and
give it till next week.
I hate all the naysayers already. Like, oh, look at Norwich, oh, look at Oxford. For goodness sakes, give your head a wobble. We've just come up. We've just assembled the squad. It's the first time they're playing in the league competitively. I thought overall, really good performance. The last few minutes let us down. That's something for Warney to take away. But look, we came away with a point against the Championship side last season. I'd take that all day long.
I think most people would have took a draw before the game, and now we've got a draw. They're unhappy.
Yeah, exactly that. But that just goes to show you how good we were overall, Cole. So, and I will say I spoke to a number of Oxford fans as well before and after, but mainly after, and they just said we were really worried that you were going to, score more. We actually quite, surprised how
they celebrated that equalised like they won the league, didn't they?
Of course they did, yeah. So, I said that to a few of our fans when we were walking back. It's like if they're sitting and taking a piss out of you because they've drawn 2-2, that really says more about them and how much of a backward compliment or backhanded compliment that is.
As I remember rightly, in the morning when we drew 2-2, there was a few AFC fans thinking it was funny to take the piss out of us in the morning, and then they lost 3-0 in the afternoon.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it?
Against 10 men.
I know, it's pathetic, isn't it?
Peter knows no one of them watch him.
Yeah, Ash said was coming injured in the closing stages. He wasn't taking. Yeah, I think he was. He was.
He'd done his groin.
That was it. Yeah, he wasn't looking too comfortable. I think we could have exploited it personally, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, good game atmosphere-wise to set the tone for away days. Yeah, I think so, Preston. I was glad to go, and it was really loud and proud.
Anybody at home who's thinking about going to away games, go. The atmosphere off the scale.
It's incredible. Always incredible. Always enjoy away days. Agree with Preston. It was a great vibe, and I was content with the draw. Yeah, absolutely, Grant. Like you say, I predicted it before. I'd have taken it. Unfortunately, it's one of those things, isn't it? We were 2-1, and I just kept turning around saying to everyone, look, it's going to end up 2-2. And I was like, don't jinx it. I was like, you could just see we were sitting further and further deep, and we should have just kept pushing for it, to be quite honest. And the referee, less said about his decision making, I think the better. I didn't think he was a very good referee.
No, well, you wouldn't, Ash. Don't think I've ever mentioned it before.
No, I don't think he has. No.
Lewis
has said, I wonder
that's
if
an idea for a T-shirt. Did I ever tell you I was a goalkeeper?
Exactly right. There you go. Franchise Lewis said, I wonder if Rush will be back for Saturday too. It'd be interesting to see. There are rumours afoot, Lewis. I don't know whether they're true, but he could be on his way out. Yeah. Apparently, there's rumours he could be on his way out before the transfer window goes, but we shall see. I'd be sad to see it. I think he offers something, and if he can in pre-season, he scored a few. If he can make that more consistent, he'd be a really, really all-round good player. I think that's the one bit of his game that lets him down at the moment. Jamie said the 3 topics of conversation about coming between myself and my dad were: hang on a second, he's got a different haircut. Well, lack of. Quite a long hair, but I looked at it, it's quite fluffy. It's one of the only way. I'm only jealous because I can't even grow anymore. He's got his own cheesecake brand. Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah. And he's not as good as we thought.
No, he wasn't as good as I thought.
No, but then having said that, I mean, again, I thought in the championship, when you look at his performances
I
overall,
think after seeing that, a lot of people that thought Jamie Cumming might be the idea, I think now probably realised he probably isn't the right idea.
I'm not going to be unfair to the guy. Look, he was a great servant for us when he was here. You don't get championship football if you're not a very good keeper. I just think he had a bit of a bad game, his first game of the season. So
what is Grant going on about?
I felt how Cambridge must have felt in the Unitown last year. Indeed. Pete, AFC to drop all the way to the National League. You'd love to see it, Pete. I'd love to
see it, Pete.
Although, ironically, if they stay up, it hurts them financially because they can't afford to be in League One. So we want them to stay up.
We play them about 3 or 4 games before the end of the season, and wouldn't it be nice to relegate them?
It'd be funny, wouldn't it? It'd be funny. Stranger things have happened, Cole. Stranger things have happened.
Wouldn't that be great?
That'd
almost be good as getting in the playoffs, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and Josh has agreed. I mean, he said, I think it'll come back to bite us if we sell Rush. I think his quality on his day. I do. And like you say, if he was consistent in front of goal, I think you're looking at a solid championship player then. And again, if we've got ideas of going up, you want to nurture some of these players. You don't want to just put them through the door like a carousel. There's some that you want to keep. I actually think Rush is someone that could potentially. There's a few that went last season I was sad to see go. And the main being one, I thought he could have offered us something this season potentially. But, in Warren we trust. Danny says, what are the odds of good for the Golden Boot could have got a hat-trick on Saturday? Yeah, who knows, mate? Who knows? It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Stranger things have happened. Big Marv was a big presence last season.
Right, Preston. Like the week before, he looked bloody awful, but I thought he looked a lot better against Oxford.
Yeah, but again, golfing class. Let's look. You're looking at a team that were near off the playoffs and one that went down. So, I mean, the fact that we've gone against toe-to-toe against, as I say, what is still pretty much a championship squad from Oxford's last season, I thought we did really well, and it gives me a lot of confidence for the rest of the season. So I'm positive about it. Yeah. I thought Jones was pretty decent as well. But like I say, early doors. But hopefully that momentum, as Matt said, for us will kick in and we'll see where we go from there.
Okay, where are we going now?
Where are we going now? Indeed, I think it's time for a love letter, a tribute to farewell to Liam Kelly and Will Collar. So Liam Kelly obviously went to Peterborough. I know some fans will be unhappy about that.
The light's gone out in your room.
No, not at all. But Liam Kelly off to Posh. What's your thoughts on that?
Personally, I can see why he went, but I'm sad he went.
Yeah, I mean, look, for me,
I think he looked at it and thought, the players that come in, is my game time going to be restricted? I think he probably thought yes, but I admire Kelly because he had a crap first season, and he ripped that up. And he got the double Player of the Year award last year, and I applaud him for that. That takes character. And the guy's only about 5 foot something or other. I mean, the man was a giant, Yeah. Absolutely, brilliant. But I think we're going to notice Kelly doing the same for Peterborough. But I don't think Peterborough are a very good side, are they? I don't know. We're going to find out anyway, so sooner or later.
I mean, look. I liked Kelly.
Sad he's gone.
I liked him. I got a lot of time for the guy. Really nice. Got some great memories of Mick at the end of the season party last season. Got to spend some time with him. He was a really, really, nice guy to spend some time with. Obviously, as an Irishman, waving the flag and representing, it was great to have him there. But Yeah, I mean, look, it's one of those, Cole, that you could argue he's unproven in League One. I think he would have offered something. Do I think he'd have been a starter every week? Probably not. And that's just the harsh reality of the players we brought in.
When you got players like Ballasser, or whatever you pronounce it, and Wintle, I think he looks at it. I mean, when you look at it, Gilby coming back, will Gilby get in the side?
It's difficult. It's great to have the competition, don't get me wrong, but I think of that. Knocking on obviously with his age, he's like 30 odd, and to get a 4-year deal at Peterborough, I think that's I mean, it's fair play. He's secured his future. You can't knock the guy for that. Sad to see him go. As I say, sad to see him go, but equally, we're in a situation now where we're buying players.
We got a bit of cash for him, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We made a profit on it. I won't say anything other than that. But we're in a situation now with owners that can buy and improve the squad, so we can't be sentimental about all the players that we used to be.
I know we've lost a lot over the years that we were in love with, if you like. Scott Twine, Max Dean,
and again, if we'd had the owners we've got now,
I mean, the list goes on, doesn't it?
It does. Anyway, a few comments here.
Will Collar.
We'll come on to that in a sec. Just got a few comments first. Image, we go on Worldie of the season and get promoted against Wimbledon. It's not likely, but not impossible until it's mathematically impossible. Come on, you dons. Thank you, Jamie. That'd be quite funny. Hugh says he's making a journey up from Cardiff. Is it sideways up? I don't know. Anyway, up from Cardiff on Saturday. So hopefully a home win. Huddersfield will be no pushovers, though. Not at all. Quite right, Hugh. And safe journey. And hope you enjoy the game, Hugh, as well. Yeah. Great to have you coming up. And then Josh said, right decision, he thinks, for both. We got a good fee and he deserves to play week in, week out. Yeah,
and I think he will. I think he'll definitely start week in, week out for Peterborough.
I think the style of play will
I'm not 100% sure he would have done if he'd have stayed here.
I don't think so. And also, I mean, again, I'll be honest with you, I think Peterborough are going to struggle this season anyway, to be quite honest. So fair play to the guy.
Let's hope so.
Wish him well. He's done himself credit at Dons, and I know the fans will give him a lot of time. I will say, just as a side thing, obviously we'll see him again later in the season, but I didn't really appreciate Oxford when people were booing coming. I mean, again, I just think it's pathetic. It's like the guy was part of a
Why?
Season-winning squad. He never had a bad word to say about us. He's got a lot of time for us. I just think
I don't get it. It's
past 9 o'clock. For those people that do it, stop being a prick. At the end of the day, we've got players that have worked hard, done some great work for this club, and been a great servant. There are some that deserve a bit of grief. He's not one of them. Stop being a prick. Just make
There's
yourself.
No need for it. Jamie, come in, top guy. Leave him alone.
100%. Anyway, there we go. Preston said, disappointed that Kelly left, but don't blame him. Warman is honest to his players, so probably told him that he was restricted the game. 100%. Preston agree with that.
Yeah, well, Warney said that in an interview, didn't he? If anybody wants to leave, come and have a little chat, and we'll have a chat about it. I mean, it's good management.
Yeah, I think so. Danny said Liam Kelly needs to be winning in a winning team, and I'm not sure Peterborough was the right team for him. No, I'm with you on that, Danny. I mean, if they go down and they keep him, they'll probably yo-yo back up. I just think they're going to struggle this season, to be honest. But Luke Williams is there. I mean, again, he's a competent manager. Obviously, he was with us in the assistant role at one point. But wish him well. Got no issues with where he's gone. Doesn't really bother me. I think he'd have a better the top League Two team. Yeah, maybe. But at the same time, he wants to prove himself in League One. I'm absolutely sure of that. So wish him well, mate. Wish him well, and hopefully he does. And then Preston said another thing, Kelly. He's leaving leaving as a promotion-winning player of the season. He could have left the season before and been labelled.
Yeah, that's
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
It's a good point. But yeah, we wish him well. Will Collar, sorry. So he's on loan. He's not gone.
No.
Unlikely that we'll see him back, given his contract, I think, is up at the end of the loan, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No, just wait and see what your thoughts were. There we go.
Collar was all right. Again, he wasn't going to get the game time, so it makes sense he goes out on loan. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him make the move permanent in January or even at the end of the season. I'm not sure how long his contract is.
I think another year. I think I could be wrong.
I can't see him coming back here and playing again.
No, but again, another one. Shame we didn't see much of him. But
he
when
blew
he did,
hot and cold for me.
Yeah, but I thought there's a player in there. There's definitely a player in there. But I think Burton's probably about his level.
Yeah.
And fair play to the guy. Like, at the end of the day, wish him well. He was a servant of the club. He did well when we saw him. And hope he goes on to get some first team football and get himself a bit of momentum under it. You never know. If he gets some momentum and does really well, maybe he could come back. You don't know. You don't know. Be interested to see if we got a recall clause in January, if that's something we put in, but obviously we don't know about that one so much. Grant has mentioned a question here. So Casbah will be available half the time, as I understand, and cycling around the stadium today. I noticed new barriers outside the family section and Poppadin's side. So no, look, we mentioned this last week, Grant, and obviously with that. So just to clarify, the Casbah is the outside gate 5, the other side of the stadium. What that does mean is obviously he will be there before, during, and after the game. So he'll be trading a lot more than he was outside gate 7. Kaz is very happy about that. That's the most important thing here. But secondly, if you are going to go and see him before match day, you need to get there before 1 o'clock and the barriers are put up. You can go in at
1:30. I thought it was 1:30.
1:30, there or thereabouts. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, otherwise you're going to have to go in the stadium to then go get your Casbah. So it's just to give you a bit of an update. But yeah, like, overall, Kaz is happy with the deal. I'm happy if Kaz is happy. He's a great guy. And yeah, rather than just getting your breakfast or your lunch, you can get your treats on the way.
Half-time treat.
Or full time, or all 3. There you go. So yeah, looking forward to his new location, and I hope he does well. As I say, I know he's really excited about it, but he does.
Don't rate him in the slightest, but I wish him well.
Yeah, well, exactly right, Josh. Exactly, and that's exactly the point, right? Whether you rate him or not, he's been a servant at the club. He's given it his commitment when he's come on. So again, we wish him well. But with Kaz again, like if he doesn't with the seagull, he can move back to gate 7 if he so wished. But he
what seagull? Oh, that seagull.
Yeah, that one there. That one there.
He's a good lad.
He's a good lad, Sammy the Seagull. There we go.
Sammy the Seagull.
Player of the game, wasn't he, against Norwich? Grant says, I always confuse collar with Waller. Yeah, well, I mean,
really? Yeah, I can see them as easy mistakes.
See, they look exactly the same. Bless you. Lewis says, I don't think he put a foot wrong. He injured. His injury kind of ended his time with Dons, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But like you say, when he was on, I thought he did pretty decent, to be fair. League team. He's a good servant. Ollie, thanks for the comment, Ollie. He says, once you wear an MK shirt, you're an MK legend for life. Wish Kelly nothing but the best at the end of the day. If we want to have big ambitions, these sacrifices have to be made. And I feel more will happen. Yeah, 100%, Ollie. 100%. We can't be sentimental, like we say. So
well said, Ollie.
Wish them well. But yeah, we're in a different situation now.
Can't be too precious.
No, not at all. If it makes sense for the club and it means that we improve as a club, you've got to do what's right for the club ultimately.
Indeed.
And unfortunately, we'll lose more than we keep as we progress up the leagues if we're going to be successful. I'm so bored of pepperoni pizza. I can't wait, says Grant. So yeah,
Grant. Get outside. Have a Casbah. Oi, oi,
yeah. Oi, oi! Indeed, Brian. You're just back in time, hopefully, for team talk before we finish up.
We're going to play team talk in a minute.
We will do. You can watch yourself on the screen. Notice there was a bit of building work on the go still. Is that going to be done for Saturday? Who knows, Danny? Who knows? But I know there's changes afoot. There's a few things inside the stadium. Again, we'll let the club build up and outside. So there's been quite a few changes.
Because the Daimler logos have gone on the West Stand, haven't they?
That's right. Absolutely right.
It's going to be called the Daimler Truck Stand or something. I don't know.
Or something like that. Yeah, I mean, again, it will still be whatever we call it.
The old Mercedes logo would look nice on the front of the shirt, wouldn't it?
Well, wait and see. Wait and see.
Oh God, secret squirrel.
2 months, Cole. 2 months. Wait and see.
Okay.
Late here today, guys. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well, Albie. He says, we'll listen back later. Hope you're well and hope to see you both Saturday. Also, big hug, Aidan. Thank you very much, mate. I'm
looking forward to seeing a lot of the MK faithful. I'm looking forward
to it. I am. But we mentioned you, Albie, earlier in the show, funny enough, because we talk about love letters to Liam Kelly as he left the club. And I know how much that would have deeply affected you, my friend, one of your favourite players. But yeah, sad to see him go, but wish him well, mate. And yeah, hope you're well, buddy. And so I won't be there Saturday as I'm on holiday in Germany, but hopefully see you on the Leicester game. I'll be there.
Oh, that's a good point. You're going to Germany at the weekend, aren't you?
We are. Yeah. Well, going tomorrow night.
Oh, well, what about the show next week?
Friday night, 7:45.
It's next Friday.
Next Friday. Yep.
7:45.
Yep. Before the Saturday.
Yeah, Fridays don't normally are before.
It is. Just to check. Yeah, one after the Thursday.
But remember that Friday night next week. Friday night.
Yeah. So pre-match build-up. You can sit yourself in, plug yourself in, unplug, and listen to all
There's
things.
nothing good on telly. You might as well watch us.
Exactly right. You're going to watch.
And you can scan the QR code.
Yeah.
You can scan the QR code.
Do you want to click? You're not doing it right. You got to click your fingers.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, there you go. You can scan the. Take that comment off for a minute. There you are. You can scan that QR. You have a good cough. Somebody scan the QR code. I like to see it when it comes up at the top of the screen.
Yeah, you can scan the QR. I know Albie's late, but we now have our own merch hut. Some people don't like us calling it the merch hut. It winds them up, but the merch hut for all things Don's Unplugged. Feel free to go and take a look. As I said, there'll be more coming, hoodies and metal bottles, you name it. We've got a lot of Christmas range.
Hey,
there you go. Thank you for making Colin's evening by scanning our QR code. We appreciate it. Like I say, everything we've got on there, we've put at the lowest possible price that we can do from the retailer. We only earn £1.
Make a decent profit out of it. Yeah,
we earn £1 out of every single sale,
and we're trying to make that to sponsor the show.
100%. So we're trying to pay in to try and offset some of the costs of the show. But
it costs us a lot of money, doesn't it? It costs us.
It does, but look, just so you got it up close to. And again, I went for like decent quality t-shirts, so not like those crap lightweight ones. But there you go. You've got.
Look at that! Look at that! Why wouldn't you want one of those?
You know, you got that. I'll do this again. You've got my Irish ones for the Irish boys.
Come on, Irish fans, get that t-shirt.
There you go. Right, I've been very careful that we can't be copywritten infringements or whatever you want to call it. We've got mugs. We've got 3 mugs at the moment. There'll be more to come in different ranges. And you, as fans who listen to Don's Unplugged, can have input too. Send us a DM. Let us know what you'd like to see.
Yeah, tell us what you want on the t-shirt, and we'll design it for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at people scanning.
That's good. Yeah, mate, I'll leave it up so it makes Colin gets very excited by scanning, so we appreciate it. 23 scans.
I love a good scan. Go on, we've got a frequent flyer at the Casbah.
Yep, frequent flyer at the Casbah, home games. Is there a menu somewhere online so I can plan? He has
There is,
and he has got a Facebook page. So if you look up Casbah on the Facebook, you'll find him, and there should be a menu there.
And there is a photo of what they've got on the menu board.
There is, or if you go on Google and put Casbah, it should come up on the. If you go on the images, it should be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is, and the prices are always very, very competitive. That's what I will say. He does keep them low, that's for sure. King Noob, say good to have you on. He said, "What are the odds on Kelly getting 2 assists on his return?" Yeah, I don't want to tempt fate, but you wouldn't bet against it, my friend. That's for sure. Murphy's law. As long as we win 3-4-2.
Someone scanned.
I can see, but calm down. It's all right. He's never going to let me live this down. Ryan, I've watched Team Talk about 8 times apparently, so there we go. We're looking forward to that.
Have you?
Before I sent it to you, I'm hoping it runs tonight, Ryan, because I had a bit of trouble downloading it. So it's come on, but I don't know if it's going to work.
I'm ready.
So, before we further ado, I guess you need to ask a question, Cole.
Not until you get rid of that QR code thing. Oh look. Love it.
Bless you.
Right, okay. Team Talk. Run BT.
Welcome back to Team Talk with Ryan and Callum. So coming up on today's show, we'll be looking back at the Oxford United game before diving into the connections between MK Dons and Huddersfield. We'll look ahead to the Huddersfield game to discuss our potential starting 11 and give you our score predictions. And of course, we'll keep you updated with our Team Talk points tally and to see who's currently leading the way. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Come on, you Dons!
It was a really good performance for our first League One game in 3 years. Ryan Wintle and Dan Ballasar already looked like they could form a great midfield partnership. Our defence looked a little bit shaky at times, especially conceding 2 soft goals, but let's be honest, it wouldn't really be an MK Dons game without conceding a last-minute goal. Now, from watching the game, I've seen plenty of positives and a real sign that we're going to compete in this League One campaign. One thing I would question, though, is Mendes' chance when he was one-on-one. Why didn't he just take the shot instead of trying to pass it? That could have been a huge moment in the game. But overall, I think it was just a great point against a side that has just been relegated from the Championship. There's plenty for us to be positive about, but it's time to now focus and move to the first game back at Stadium MK. Now let's bring the noise, let's get behind the lads, and let's make sure the players know we're with them.
Here's the current list for players that have played for MK Dons and Huddersfield. Over to Callum.
Anthony Kay was with Huddersfield from 2009 to 2012 and then joined MK Dons from 2012 to 2016. Richard Keogh was with Huddersfield in 2007 on loan and rejoined in January from 2021 to July 2021. He joined MK Dons from 2020 to 2021. Lee Nichols was with MK Dons from 2016 to 2021, then joined Huddersfield from 2021 to 2026. David Kasumu was with Huddersfield is now currently with Huddersfield since 2022, but was with MK Dons from 2013 to 2022. Ben Wiles was with Huddersfield from 2023 to 2026, and then joined MK Dons from 2026 and is now currently with us. Now, as we move on from the Oxford game, we look ahead to another exciting fixture. Now we find ourselves facing Huddersfield Town once again. We just hope that it's going to be a great game between the two clubs with plenty of history. The first ever competitive meeting between MK Dons and Huddersfield Town took place on the 30th of August in 2008 in League One. The game was played at Stadium MK with two sides sharing the points in a 1-1 draw. This came during MK Dons' first ever season in League One following their promotion from League Two in 2007 to 2008. Now, their last meeting between the two sides came in January 2016 when MK Dons and Huddersfield Town played out another 1-1 draw at Stadium MK. Alex Revel gave the Dons a lead before Naki Wells equalised late in the game. And now, almost 11 years later, the two clubs meet again in League One, and it's another big test for the Dons. But hopefully we can put on a performance to remember. My score prediction for MK Dons versus Huddersfield, I think it's going to be a tough game. Huddersfield are quite good, so I'm thinking it's going to be a draw, and I'm going to say 0-0.
I think there will be goals in this game. I'm going to say 2-1 to MK Dons. So my goal scorers are Sam Nombe and Nathaniel Mendes-Lang. I believe Sam Nombe will get his first goal since his return back to the club. And Nathaniel Mendes-Lang, well, he needs to make up for his bad decision against Oxford. We've got a brand new feature in the mix, and it's all for a bit of fun. It's 2 points for getting the correct scoreline, 1 point for correctly predicting the goal scorer, and if you somehow manage both, that's a cheeky 3 points. Callum predicted a 1-0 win with Callum Patterson getting himself on the score sheet. Unfortunately for Callum, the prediction earns him a grand total of 0 points. I went for a 0-0 draw, so with the game finishing 2-2, I also walk away with a big fat 0 points. So once again, our predictions haven't exactly been setting the world alight. So maybe it's time we both had a serious rethink before the next game, because clearly neither of us have had a clue what's going on. Back to the drawing board again.
So that's all from us from Team Talk. Thanks for watching and supporting the show. We'll be back with more MK Dons chat, match reviews, previews, opinions, and plenty more throughout the season. Thanks again for watching. Now back to you, Aiden and Colin. Come on, you Dons.
Another great one. Thank you, Ryan.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you, Callum.
I will change that graphic when I get my head around it, because it's sort of locked in at the moment. So I will change it to Callum and Ryan. So
don't worry. We know how hard this can be, Coles. Don't stress. You've done a good job so far.
Look,
you've done a good job.
No, you never have done it. You've never mentioned you bought a Mercedes.
Going to pick it up.
Never mentioned it. Never mentioned it.
Bless you, Danny. Never heard about it.
Kelly, not remotely bothered. Not nope, not sad, not even a bit. Nope, nada, never, nope, nine, nope.
Albie, come and see me at Leicester. I'll buy you a drink, mate, and we can
come and see us for a bit of therapy, Albie.
Yeah, we can mourn together.
We'll talk you through it.
We'll talk you through it. But hopefully you'll have another hope of excitement coming through with Wintle and Barlaser this season. Who knows? I think we've got probably the best. Excuse me. I think we've got the best.
You sound good.
I know, right? It's delightful. Grant says, growing up in Leicester and supporting them by proxy, you have my sympathies. It will be emotional.
Right. I just want you to put that QR code up again, because I want one more scan before we say goodnight.
If no Leicester fan comes on, he can stand in. So Grant has offered his services. There we go. I'm waiting for you to do it. Bless you.
One more scan and we'll close out.
QR code was me, and I bought some merch.
Whoa!
Russell, thank you.
Russell!
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you, Ross.
And the delivery times are very good, aren't they?
They're pretty decent, to be fair. I mean, to say for the mugs, when we ordered those, I think they came within 48 hours, and the t-shirts came within 72. They do deliver to Ireland. It takes a little longer to go to Ireland. I made sure that we found somewhere that delivered to Ireland that was reasonable, or that the time can be a little bit longer. And again, I will say, because I look at the analytics board, that the Irish sales are up against the non-Irish sales. So if you think you want to rectify that,
come on, we can't allow the Irish to beat us. Come on.
It's the first time we've done it in a few years, but I'll take the win at the moment. But there we go. Anyway, Matt says the one thing that's annoying me about Kelly going is that he's gone to Peterborough. Can't bloody stand that horrible club. I get it. I mean, there's worse clubs he could have gone to, Matt. But at the end of the day, look, they offered him a 4-year deal, mate. We could have wished him well. Ultimately. 1-1, hopefully, is what Mick thinks. So, hopefully,
I hope you've got an Irish shirt, Mickey Dore.
Well, what, like this?
Yeah, like that. Like he's got.
Or like this?
Like that. Hang on. There it is.
There you go. Just saying. Other brands are available on the site. There'll be more to come, by the way. We've got tote bags, all sorts. It's all good fun. Like I say, we're trying to self-fund, so everything you guys do really helps us towards making that happen. Nombe due a goal, says Mick. Yeah, I think so. I think he was pretty there or thereabouts on Saturday. Did everything but. So I'm hoping he gets that first goal.
I never noticed it, Ryan.
Seen an edit error, damn it. Don't worry, Ryan.
I normally notice, but I never noticed it.
We're all human. We appreciate it. See, check out Don's Unplugged fan shop. Boom. There we go. Even make messages, Cole, for the club, for our merch stock.
Unbelievable.
Store. Yeah, no, right. Ryan says, I won't be there on Sat, but we'll be there next Sat. Can't wait to be back at SMK. No, good stuff, Ryan. And so hope you're well, my friend. Preston says, early doors, but who's your prediction for our player of the season, Cole? Top scorer and surprise package. Do you know what, Preston? That's a great question.
Can I go first?
Yes, of course you can. Go for it.
And I'll have a think of the surprise package, but I'm going to go for Ryan Whitnell.
Well, player of the season and top goal scorer jointly?
Oh, no. I'm going to go for Ryan Whitnell, Sam Nombe, and a surprise package. I'll have to have a think about that one.
Surprise package?
Go on.
Well, for me, I'm with you. Ryan Wintle was a player of the season. I think top goal scorer this season could be Aaron Collins. I think League One, he is probably better suited than League Two was. If he can stay fit, potentially he could be the man that does the damage for me.
Right, okay.
And surprise package. That's a good one, isn't it? That's a good one.
Kane Wilson.
That's I said surprise package, not surprise return.
I would, like I said, I wouldn't know him if he knocked on my door.
Do you know what? I'm telling you who my surprise package is, Preston. It's Sam Samiri, because I think that is a bit of business. I think went under the radar when we got him on a free from Borough. He's looked good. I think he could be an absolute revelation of a player. I really like him. It's early doors, but no one's really talking about him, and I think he's one that we picked up and was a great bit of business. Granted, we made some big signings in terms of names, but I think he could be one that surprises a few people this season.
And by the time we get back here next week, am I right in saying the transfer window?
Bang. Slam.
Yeah, I was going to say. So by the time
do you know what?
Show, we're on next Friday, don't forget.
Let me see.
Transfer window will have closed, won't it? Is that right?
I'm just having a look because you've got me thinking. I thought it was the last day of August, but then what do I know? Transfer window closes. Oh, EFL clubs at 11 p.m. Tuesday, the 1st of September. There you go. So apparently Tuesday, but the door will be ajar by then. Cole will be ajar. It won't be wide open anymore.
We'll be
so it'll be very close to it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we'll see. Maybe
okay.
we'll come down.
Someone scan the QR code again. Well done. Thank you very much.
Really
whoever that was.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Making my note.
I hope I ordered a man's t-shirt. Grant, look on there. It should say men's. If you go on the men's section, ladies, it should be very clear. And also, if you're not too sure about sizing, guys, because each different shirts is different, click on sizing. Some of the colours will be in bigger sizes and others. Some go up to 2XL, some go up to 5XL. It's wholly dependent on the stock the actual
have a look.
Site's got in at the time, but we've had quite a run on some of the bigger sizes.
Aiden's got all the stock in his bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is very similar sizing to the MK Dons football kits at the moment for the ones that we've got. So whatever size you are on a Dons kit, you're probably the same size. But have a look on the size chart; it will give you an accurate readout on that. So again, thank you. We appreciate it.
Hopefully, I'm wearing one next week.
Yeah, exactly. Right. King Noob says, what actually was the fee for Kelly? I heard 250. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to say because it's undisclosed, but it was north of that, King Noob. It was north of 250 by some distance.
251,000.
No, keep going. Higher, as they would say, and play your cards, right?
I heard it was 400. There you are. That was what I heard.
There we go. So Good and Silvera is Grant's. I don't know, was it Grant? What's that for? Is that your player of the season and your surprise package, or let us know? Will there be car merch for my Mercedes? Yes, there will be, Danny.
Yeah, Danny's got a Mercedes.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff that I've designed that's in the backlog at the moment, getting processed. So there will be car stuff. So watch this space. There'll be a lot more besides coming, particularly in the build up to Christmas. Hoodies should be available, if not tonight, probably Friday, Saturday. So just keep an eye out for those.
If you haven't got a personalised number plate, though, it don't matter what type of car it is.
No words. Went to a non-base Silvera for Josh. Good stuff.
It's nearly 10:05.
Good, fantastic, great. Silvera was amazing at Swindon, but yeah, he's a great player. I really like him. I think he'll be a revelation this season, Grant. I hope I'm right. So we'll say what I've seen of him so far. I've been really impressed. Kerry Ann says, was trying to buy one of the ladies' tops, but they didn't have the colour or size in stock. Kerry Ann, ping me a messenger on Facebook. Let me know the colour you want, and I can tell you what sizes, because we can only put up 3 at a time on each design. So I've gone for the most popular colours. But if there's a particular one you want, a particular colour, let me know, and I'll see if I can get it run up for you and put on the site. So just give me a shout. Matt said, saw Sam after the game walking back to his car, had a good chat with him. Great guy. He's well up for Huddersfield. Good stuff, Matt. Good stuff. And yeah, really nice guy. Huddersfield is going to be an interesting game. Hopefully he stands out. But talking of Sam, I know that a lot of the Borough fans were really upset he left. So that really says something about a player if they're more.
The way this show is going, I'll have to leave here at the end of the show.
Enjoy. I'm going to go to Germany tomorrow.
We go straight down the stadium.
Fantastic. Good stuff. The lineup wasn't in the video. That's what Ryan was upset about.
Video.
Yeah, in his segment, his segue. Jamie says, brilliant show as always, legends. Cheers for filling the Wednesday evening as always. See you Saturday in an extremely fashionable black and gold tracksuit from last season. Enjoy, my friend. I hope you have a great day. Danny said it's if a door is ajar, you could fit someone in a medium shirt through it. Indeed, Danny. Indeed. Max Dean surprise package. Who knows, Pete? Who knows?
Oh,
We can only but hope. Grant says he thinks could be a surprise and player of the season from Silvera.
I think we should just carry on till 11 o'clock.
Absolutely. And then Wintle, Mendes, and Pato for Colin. So there you are. We are up to date on the comments.
Really?
We are done on the comments.
I was just sitting back relaxing.
Not at all. Not at all. Thank you to everyone who's taken the time to engage tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the comments and feedback. We appreciate it. Thank you for the scans for the Don's Unplugged merch hut. Really appreciate it.
Has anybody scanned the hut lately?
They have. You've been missing out. I know you're excited by it, Cole. We've had 34 scans tonight, and we're eternally grateful for that.
Really?
Yes, we have indeed. So, like I say, we appreciate it, and so keep a watch out. Save the if you've got the website. Save
what
it.
We're looking for is loads of people to buy T-shirts. Not because we're making loads of money. Don't forget, any profit is going back
into the
well
show.
Done. Going back.
Technically, Cole, we need to sell 360 T-shirts to break even.
360 to break.
That's how much it costs us a season to run this.
That's how much it costs to run the show.
Yeah.
I want to walk around the shop on Saturday and see people walking around with Don's Unplugged merch on.
It'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? It'd be quite funny. Yeah. But no, it's all a bit of fun. We appreciate it. But look, I generally cannot say thank you enough to everyone who takes the time to watch us, takes the time to engage, takes the time to do the merch shut, takes the time to comment. We've always said, and there will be a T-shirt for the fans, by the fans, with the fans, Don's Unplugged.
Can I ask a favour?
Always.
Not from you.
Oh, you can always ask.
On Saturday, when you get in the ground and the person sitting next to you that you've probably spoken to for the last God knows how many years, ask them if they watch the show.
Coming soon, Preston. That's a bit more of a complex one, but they should.
Yeah. They're a bit more complex. Yeah.
There's a few
ask them if they watch the show. Just point them in the right direction. They might not like it. They might like it, but come on. We have a bit of a giggle. We have a laugh. We got top guests. We have 2 or 3 different features. Hopefully, everybody at home enjoys the show.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Yeah. Josh, sorry, thank you for the safe travels. Really appreciate it. Albie, thank you for the kind words, mate. I really appreciate it. It has been a difficult week, but this show is the perfect tonic for me, the perfect tonic for Colin. We do this as fans. It's a bit of a laugh. We never take ourselves too seriously.
No.
And so we really appreciate doing this for you guys. And also, thank you to Ryan. Thank you to Callum. Thank you to Luke. Thank you to our booking agent, John Harries, and a number of other people in the background for which this show would not happen without, as I say, the saying, it takes a village. It really does. And we really appreciate you all. But that's our first show for the season opener. Boom. Done, Cole. There we are.
First show?
Yeah, for the season opener. First show of the season campaign. The first show of the league campaign done.
Okay. Righto. I gotcha. Am I got to wait for one more QR code before I go or not?
We can do. If someone wants to scan a QR code to let Colin go to sleep.
Everybody's going up to it. Go, scan that code. Scan that code. Scan that
Russ,
code.
Just do it again.
Go.
Just do it
scan
again.
Scan it and they'll go.
Yeah. Someone please just do it again. Otherwise we will be here till 11 o'clock.
Scan it and they'll go. I'm not going to say another word until somebody scans it.
This could be a long night. Dead air is a crime, Cole. Dead air is a crime. Do I have to scan it on my phone? Is that what? No, there you go. Someone's done it. Fantastic.
Right, okay. Don't forget, we're back next Friday, not Wednesday, because Aiden's in Germany. So we're going to do a show on Friday, the night before we play next Saturday. We're at home again next Saturday. So come and join us. If you're like me, on a Friday night, you don't go out anymore, you stop in, come and watch us. Make fools of ourselves, buy a bit of merch, scan a few codes. We'll have a great night. And pour yourself a drink.
Indeed. And to that point, Cole, cheers. Or slauncher.
Cheers.
Slauncher.
Yeah, slauncher. Right.
There we go.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for your time tonight. We appreciate you. A few more comments before we wrap up, just to make sure we've cut them all over. Brought the new black training top. Very nice, says Danny. Yeah, I like that, Danny. It was a good top. See you Saturday, and I will regale you with tales of Croatian jail.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Outside gate 5, tales.
I want to know what happened.
Thank you.
I want to know what happened. Thanks, Preston. Appreciate your comments.
Make sure it's the redacted version, Grant.
We'll see you next Friday. Aidan won't be at the ground on Saturday. I'll be there. If you see me walking around, I'll have a red baseball cap on with Don's Unplugged. Come up and say hello. Show us your Don's, Don's Unplugged merch, anything like that. So it'd be great to see you. Don't forget, Caspar's at Gate 5. There's a fan zone as well, isn't there?
There is in the Marshall Arena
and the
bar. There'll be a number of things. Yeah, a number of food trucks and all sorts. But as I say, go and have a look and see what you think. But
get round the Casbar and have something to eat.
Get round the Casbar.
Get round the Casbar.
Say no more, right? But there'll be lots on. So hopefully, say to those of you go and look forward to it, enjoy it. I'll see you at Leicester. I will be.
People still scanning that code.
That's great, right? I will personally be in Mainz watching Borussia Mönchengladbach, my German team, playing their first round of the cup, Cole. So I'm hoping for a better result than Don's got against Norwich.
Normally, when you go over there, they lose, don't they?
No, they do all right. To be fair, I've seen two or three wins last season, a couple of draws and a couple of losses. So it's a mixed bag.
If there's any Rangers fans watching tonight, Celtic won 3-0.
I know the Irish boys will be very happy about that.
Oh, I love it. Right. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Somebody's scanning the code again.
Going wild. It's going wild.
Going wild in the Isles there. So we'll see you next week. 7:45 Friday. Don't forget, Casbar Gate 5. I'll see you down the club on Saturday, nice and bright and early. I'll be in the shop, round Gate 5, everywhere like that. So that's really it, really. So there's only one thing left to say.
What would that be?
One thing. Say goodnight, Aidan.
Good night, Aidan.
Good night. Come on, you Dons.
Come on, you Dons. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.